welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
Only for you, apparently. Good Friday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout. No, it's just the way it started. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola, Jay Milne with you here on YouTube.
How's that
Tune
breakfast
in,
beer?
iHeartRadio, edmontonsportstalk.com, wherever you get your podcast. It's going great.
Yeah.
Jay goes like, do you need to get that camera out of the one shot? And I was like, no. And he says, it's not annoying. And I said, well, not for me. So maybe for you.
It would be annoying for me if I was the host of this show and I had to look at that cord hanging down through the TV screen.
I understand the frustration,
Yeah.
but I'm not bothered by that.
But I'm the
camera.
host. You're not.
I know, and that's why I want to make it clear that if I were the host, I would be removing that camera and the cord specifically.
But I don't even look at that much. Actually, I should have brought my laptop in here. Forgot. Sorry.
I can get it for you.
I'll get it after.
I can get it too.
No, that's well. I'm probably gonna have to go to the washroom at some point.
Are you?
I'm not gonna lie.
Those
This
breakfast
hangout,
beers are getting
it's-
ya, huh?
Well, there was water, and then I got Boaz from Two Pillars.
What a guy.
Great
He
beer.
was talking to
Awesome
him for like
dude.
10 minutes. Yeah, he's awesome.
He was very generous on his pours.
Well, I heard he wanted to have a whole beer of the
It
wit.
almost, yeah. And the one thing I will say is like, you also can't. You have the one glass when you're hosting, and you get the first three beers, and you're like, well, I need to get the next beer in here.
Right.
So there's only one option.
Yeah.
I got to finish this, and there's no other option. So
Boaz,
you have.
He's teaching
part of
you
the
how
job,
to do
Maddie,
Friday
you know?
right. I enjoyed talking with Boaz about like the story behind Two Pillars and what the Two Pillars represent. It's food and drink. Like it's so simple, but it's so effective and it makes sense. And then just like how him and his business partner, when they founded it, and the way they create the beers and the reasoning behind the type of beer that they make. And I like how they go with the Belgian style because there's less rules and they can kind of enhance, let's say, certain elements of their beers. And very passionate about his beer. And I feel like it all comes from a good place. And
Yeah.
the intent is good. And I think it seems like the result is good. I'm ready to crush a bunch of those wits at some
Yeah,
point.
you keep your hand. You go for the wits.
I'll
but
take the
you keep
wit.
your dirty hands off that pale ale.
Okay, deal.
Those look good.
I
And
washed my
he's like,
hands.
hey guys,
The pale ale was my favorite.
he's like, hey, just if you're ever in Calgary, just come by the tap room. We can try everything and
Yeah.
give you a tour.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm going, Boaz.
That's a business card I am keeping.
You're going to Calgary this weekend.
I'm going to Calgary tomorrow,
Yeah.
and I don't have any obligations. I'm be footloose and fancy free.
He offered me a free drink.
At
yeah.
his tap room.
Yeah. He said, come on, I'll get you a drink.
Yeah,
Text
well,
me.
he
I'll
offered
be
me
there.
a tour.
Did he offer you that?
Well, I just had the full conversation with him. I had a verbal tour with him.
Did you get offered the $39 chalice that he brought in as well?
No.
He put it right there.
Well, not. He just brought that.
I know, but that's what I would have if I went and saw him at
It's.
Two Pillars.
I don't know if it because it's glass,
Just
so
off
I don't know
Center
how
Street in
easy it
Calgary.
was to see on the screen and stuff. But that's a massive challenge.
I know.
Do we still have that? I don't know if he
I
took it.
think
or
he
not.
left it here.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he said it was like $39.99. He's like, that's a great way to enjoy some beer.
It was great. It was a good morning show. Before the EST Hangout is presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada storage experts, more than 2 decades of helping Canadians through life transitions. 75% off 8 weeks on 5x10 units that ends December 25th. Chris Johnson said Will and I had a lot of energy. And I was like, wow,
Oh, thanks, CJ.
like me in the morning having energy. Somebody thought I had energy. As like enough to be like, hey, you guys have a lot of energy for a Friday morning. Like I was like, wow, like I
Well,
somehow
it's Christmas too. That's got to
Great.
help.
Yeah, great vibe, right?
There is an ambiance.
Look at this.
But it's like I fooled people. Like okay, so when you had because you're getting a lot of praise about that. You wore that last year.
I wore this last year for the Christmas draft.
That's when it
Yeah,
was the Christmas draft.
So
because I remember
everybody
it.
wants to see it.
It's already been a year.
It's like a biker vest, ugly Christmas sweater with a t-shirt layer.
Today is what is today?
Eric's birthday.
It is Eric's birthday.
Whoa.
Careful.
You been drinking, boy?
No, not like
No,
that.
yeah, no kidding.
No, like they do. Like today's Go Caroling Day. Today's Games
It's called
Day.
wassailing. I heard you talking about caroling. It's called wassailing,
Well, the day is called Go Caroling Day.
which should make that site.
Today is also National Sangria Day, and it's also Ugly Sweater Day.
Oh, well,
So
fit
that's
in the bill.
You're filling it.
My father-in-law got me this, like, I don't know, 8
guy.
years ago. Very nice guy.
met him.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Dude, I had a nice little conversation with him.
Yeah, he just had his hip replaced.
Oh wow.
Oh, how's he doing?
His other hip. He had his one hip done, and I think that's how it goes.
Yeah, usually.
Good. He's doing good. So,
How long ago?
like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, like real recent.
But it was one of those different, like, apparently there was no major cuts or anything. It was very non-invasive. I don't know.
Yeah.
The technology on that stuff is changing so fast. But, so he can walk with the cane. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I know my mom, for instance, she had her hip done, and there's restrictions in how high you can bend. You can make your leg go, like, you can't go higher than 45 or sort of like a right angle.
So there's no-
'cause it could disjoint.
So there's no tire runs. Like
No,
for
God,
football.
no.
You're
So
not doing
he's
the tire
pretty. We're just gonna
Mellow.
take it easy. I suggested because he always likes to do a huge meal, so that's where we're going tomorrow night. Is his place in Calgary, and it's usually a theme. So this one is Italian.
runs. Ooh.
So it's like, you know, I think we're bringing like a shrimp scampi, and there's lasagna and bread and
Yeah.
you know but it's like, man, you know, because he doesn't have a huge place. So I suggested, why don't we just order in, you know, make it really easy. But I got
But
vetoed.
Italian's so easy to make.
Yeah, but it
Like making
also
a
is.
bunch of pasta is not that much.
I know, but it's a lot of dishes and dishware and
Veal
just a lot
parm.
of- Oh, veal parm.
By the way, I think it was Big Maple brought panettone in.
Yeah. Bronco
Jasmine's-
Nick did too.
So then it was Bronco Nick. Sorry, I got them mistaken.
Sick joke.
Jasmine took one home. I opened up the other one. It is delicious. It tastes like bread with Nutella. That's it. Gager was loving it.
it might be. I just refuse because of all the years of scarring.
It has to be a scarring because I don't know why you wouldn't
No,
I
enjoy
can't
it.
stand panettone.
You've had the ones with the candied fruits and the raisins in it, right?
I've had every kind of panettone.
This one is amazing.
I'm not having.
Do you
it.
like Nutella?
I love Nutella.
It's like ask Gager about it. It's bread with
Gager
Nutella.
eats anything.
It's delicious. Jasmine
I
took
think-
the lemon one home.
Great. That's all. Bronco Nick. Grazie, bello.
Amazing.
But like, it's like etched in my heart and my brain to just detest panettone.
I don't know why.
That's like kucha for me.
But kucha, people like is disgusting to some people.
That's what panettone is
it's
to me.
bread.
Is it something, Tommy, you've had it so much and it's just been shoved in your face so long
I was
that it's
forced
like you're
to
sick
have
of
it, and I'm like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Stop it. And then so now, like, they might have juiced it up by putting
This is a dessert
Nutella
one.
infusion.
It's amazing.
I don't want it.
it's bread with hazelnut
polenta.
spread.
Polenta is like cornmeal. It's like whipped cornmeal that Italians love. My grandma used to make it for my grandpa loved
Polenta
it.
looks like a banana, but it's
I
not a
dislike
banana,
it very much.
That's polenta.
I dislike it very much. There are Italian foods that I
yeah.
look at and go, oh, get a baccalà, like get
Oh,
that.
baklava is amazing.
Get that stuff
My
out
mom
of my face.
Oh,
used
get
to
out.
have that
That
all the
would kill
time
me.
back when she was younger.
thank you.
A couple years
literally,
ago,
it would kill me because
Okay,
it's got
yeah.
hazelnuts in it.
baklava is fish.
Yeah.
I'm thinking baklava.
Baccalà.
And I'm,
You
the,
forgive
and
me
I'm
for
the
it.
one drinking.
I had a buddy named Adam who's Nona. He called Nona baccalà because she'd always make baccalà.
My mom bought it a few years ago for Christmas, and we didn't. Like, you need to put it in water for like 48 hours and keep getting rid of water to get the salt out. Because if you don't get the salt out, it's very salty. But it
stinks
is
so bad.
delicious. Oh, it is. Well, you don't like fish, though.
I know, and I'm allergic to like shellfish. So
Baklava is actually amazing. We've done, I think, 2 straight years. We're going to do it again on the 28th, I think.
your mom is an excellent cook, by the way.
I do part of that cooking,
You do
too.
part of it.
I do part of that one.
Jeez.
You're a good cook.
I'm a decent cook.
You had your hands with the bit of head that was brought in.
I made the dough.
Well,
I
then
made part of the dough.
That's the hardest part.
I didn't have any of this.
Anybody
for,
can
engineer
mash
Christmas
some
party.
potatoes.
oh, that
yeah,
was
yeah.
really good. Yeah, that was really
Yeah,
good.
no, the dough's it's
Well done.
The dough is it's all about touch,
Yes.
feel. 7 scoops of flour is what I start with, and there's the oil, there's the milk, there's water and stuff. But then it's just the feel of when, like, okay, now this is a good dough.
It was perfect.
I made a few more this past week for my parents.
Did
my mom
you?
said it was a good dough.
Why don't you make some for me?
So
just give me the dough.
my
I'll fill it with
parents,
whatever I
my
want.
parents did the filling with it. They can. It took me a while for some of those. I love
place
making
has
a good
been-
dough.
This office space has been just off the charts since that
Great
party,
vibe.
right?
Great vibe.
I mean, the
What a week.
people and the listeners, we said it on our show, the Reed Wilkins Show, 3 to 6 weekdays on iHeart, TuneIn, Edmonton's Clear Choice, Edmonton
YouTube.
Sports Talk, YouTube,
ESTSportsTalk.com, wherever you get your podcast.
wherever you get your
Go
podcast.
download that.
Go download that.
Subscribe to
our
we're getting
YouTube.
closer to 11.
But the listeners, man, I just, round of clicks.
Round of
Which
clicks.
part are you talking about?
Round of Christmas clicks. Just people coming in.
The Wednesday party?
And
Like the tailgate
no,
one?
no. Like since the Christmas party, since our not our
engineer-
since the engineers party. Sorry, forgive me.
Which we started that early.
Yeah, but since then it's
This
just
month
been
has gone by so
people
quick.
coming
Yeah.
and going and sharing laughs and food
Yeah.
and treats
And
it's-
drinks.
It's been, you know what, I told I was talking to my mother-in-law and I said, like, man, they're so gracious and they just are so happy to come in and bring stuff and treats, and it's like, why do you do this? But it's such a good community. We feed off of you guys.
Yeah.
As much as you think you feed off of us, I think we feed off you more. I would say that.
Will, Trev, and I started the push again for 11,000 subs today.
Let's do it. And you had like over 50 subs today.
We had over 50 subs today. We're at 10,717.
Nice.
I want to get to 10.8 by the end of today.
By the end of this show?
Today.
Like I've been telling people on pre and post, like subscribe.
And while we started telling people just create your fake email accounts
That's
and start
hilarious.
subscribing.
You know what I think?
Like, it doesn't take much to build a Gmail account. Make a couple fake ones and subscribe. Because we want Dust to eat that pickled herring. Now,
That's
Jason,
like buying Twitter followers.
Yeah, but we get an award out of this one.
We're not too proud.
Oh,
I'm not. Yeah, for this, I'm not proud. I'm not proud at all.
okay.
Dusty's not here. It's his fault. There was a Jason that called Will and I amateur hour for asking for subs. And part of that goes, what do you expect as Edmonton Sports Talk? We professionals here? Like, what is this? But yeah, we want to get to 11,000. So Dusty has to eat pickled herring. We only have till Christmas to do this.
Yeah.
So sub, please.
I have a feeling, Maddie. I have a feeling that we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be rather down to the wire. But there will be a Christmas push, and we'll get it over the line.
I hope so. And you know what? This YouTube component to our radio station is new to us too. We're a year and 3 months in, year and 4 months.
15 months in?
15
16
months in. And we just said, okay, we want to do it like the old shop, but why don't we throw cameras on it as well? So this is a new, what was that listener's name that called it amateur hour? Jason. We are learning about the power and benefits of YouTube. And actually, like, it opens up a different audience as well, which I think, appreciate. So, and the big YouTubers, again, our focus is the radio component, but the big YouTubers, they hawk asking for subscribers like crazy, and some of them, like, they're over 1 million subscribers, 250,000. They're like, share, subscribe, and people do because they need that reminder. And like, there are YouTube accounts that I subscribe to that I used to not do it, and then I'd listen. I'm like, oh, I should be subscribed to this one, and I'm like, I'm not, and I would just hit it. So it's a
Tom,
thing, man.
You said that so well, because it's like when we're hawking for likes to get to 130 so we can have the word of the day on our show. People just need the reminder. Even my mom watches every show. She's religiously watches the Reed Wilkins Show. And she says, "Oh yeah." Whenever you say that, I'm reminded to hit the like. So yeah, I think if we just start saying, "Hey, if you haven't subscribed, it's super easy. Just put your email in there, make an account, and you're done."
And in the end, like, Dusty has to eat pickled herring.
Yes,
Yeah, that's the
Like,
part
that's the January 6th.
and that's a bad one. Like, he thinks artichokes was bad.
Apparently,
I like pickled
Apparently,
herring.
it's better
Like,
chance he enjoyed shrimp better than artichoke.
Of course he
which
would.
made no sense.
There's marinara sauce.
Yeah,
It was the sauce.
artichoke is just fine.
Artichoke's fine on its own.
yeah.
Shrimp is fine on its own.
Yeah.
Pickled herring, for the record, I let a couple of those slide down the gullet at Christmas time. I'll tell you that. It's all right in the right circumstance. But that one is going to be, he's going to throw up.
Think about
Yeah, I
this.
think
January 6th.
He's going to throw up.
Like, we're all back on the 2nd and the 3rd, except Dusty.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we're all working hard. Dusty's leaving for an extra 2 days. Imagine he comes back on the 6th and it's also...
You be nice to him.
Hey,
This is the
Dusty.
first time he's got Christmas with his family.
In
I'm
like
trying to get people to want to make him eat
7-8
pickled
years.
herring.
I know. So what better way to welcome from a restful time with his family than the worst?
That's what I'm
Just
saying.
think of how much
with
he's going to hate that.
I know. He's away for those 2.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
all back. He's got those 2 extra days,
And he's stewing on it.
but he knows that when he comes back, pickled herring's waiting for him.
Oh yeah.
He's stewing on that.
Be great.
He's stewing on knowing that he has to eat pretty much the skin of fish in a pickled oniony vinaigrette.
Be great. Jilly YG says, I think for your audience, there's sometimes or probably a misconception about what subscribe is. It's not like email where you get a notification. It's just that you'll see the vids in your sub.
Yeah,
And that's a
exactly.
good point. Like, you don't get a bunch of stuff from it. You don't have to unsubscribe in your emails or something.
No. It just, if we're live, when we're live, like we mostly are,
It shows up higher.
at the top
That's
of your,
it.
yeah, you don't have to look
That's
for it.
it. It's not even like you don't even necessarily get notifications on your YouTube saying,
No.
hey, they're live.
I literally like it because you can click on it and then you get all of our content right there.
Dusty has the pickled herring.
That's right.
Oh, man.
This text,
That's
solidarity here, and I appreciate it. Panettone is nasty. I'm with Tommy Guns Gazzola. Thank you.
Welder solidarity.
I should get to this.
What is that?
Jay left me a gift yesterday on my desk. It says to Matt from Jay.
I was going to write
Season's
love,
greeting.
Jay, but
I was about to say there was no love, Jay.
It
I was
just-
expecting that from you.
That is so well
who
wrapped.
wrapped this?
I
That's
did.
tight, man.
Good for you.
You should see how I wrap gifts. Looks like a 4-year-old.
I
Yes.
take pride in my rapping.
This is really well done.
I love
Like, I
wrapping
would have been
gifts.
like, I think April wrapped this or your
No.
kids.
Yeah.
April taught me how to rap.
Really?
That's very
wrap.
good.
And you said I had to wait till today to open this.
Well, yeah. Well, you'll get it when you open it. And here's the backstory. Maddie explicitly said, like, I don't want gifts, and we're not getting, our gift in here is our friendship and camaraderie
beautiful.
and having, a good laugh once in a while. But Maddie was instrumental in my beginnings here. So I wanted to give him a Christmas gift for this, and then for opening the door for me for the Green and Gold kickoff show, which was your call. That was your baby, and you decided to have me as your sidekick. So this is just a small token of appreciation. It's not a glamorous gift. It's just something I think you're going to find it's quite thoughtful. Now we have to guess what it is.
I
And
think
nasty chatters, you guys guess too.
Okay, I'll wait a few minutes.
Yeah, you can shake it.
it's a shaving and grooming kit
Oh, that's
Can I
good.
shake? It's
That's
not going to break or anything?
not too hard, okay? Not too hard.
because he's
But
a
I'm not
hairy
shaking.
guy.
I'm not shaking.
he is a hairy beast. It's just hairy, sexy
Let
beast.
people think about that. I'm not good at guessing. I feel
I'm saying a shaving and grooming kit.
it's got to do something with horse racing, horse betting. Because Jay and I bonded very much this year over horse betting.
Bet on Gray.
Yeah.
Why we were bet on? We had that one day.
That one day was just
That one day
unconscious.
was it? We had two. There was 2 grays in a race, and they finished 1-2 because you exacted them.
Well, and we only thought there was one gray, and we're running up to the kiosk to bet, and Matt's like, "There's another gray." So what did I do? I just
Boom.
made it an exacter, boxed. Boom, 1-2.
Bang.
1-2. That was a good day at
That was
Century.
a great day. You know, it was a great day. It was last night. We were talking on the show, and everybody's like, "Hyman's gonna do it. Hyman's gonna, the bubble boy is gonna score through grit." So I placed a healthy wager on Hyman to score a goal at plus 145.
So you celebrated extra hard when he scored when you were at the game last night.
I was driving last night. I was driving with my cousins, so I couldn't really celebrate in that
thought you
way.
went to the
but
game.
I did,
oh,
but I went straight from here there, and then. But I was driving.
He
so
couldn't
they had-
drink.
They had
no,
fun.
but I
Did a
mean, like,
drive.
yeah, like a big cheer.
Oh yeah, I was like, was that a Hyman? Because I didn't know if it got tipped or not. It was kind of that was a shaky goal.
That was a shaky goal, bad goal.
You talk about Skinner's shaky goal. Well, it happens to all goalies, right,
Yep.
Tom?
It does.
just does.
It's a good reminder.
Do we want to open that can of worms this early into the show, or do we want to ease into it?
Oh, I have the oil stream later. But I mean, we broke it down last night on the post game show. There was the first goal, Leon. What a tip! I mean, it found that small space between Skinner's shoulder and the bar, and Draisaitl tipped it on his own.
It
net.
was tipped.
It was, yeah.
I didn't
It
know
hit
that.
Leon's stick and it went perfectly.
Well, that makes me feel better
he's
about
on
that
fire,
goal.
so yeah.
You know, that Hyman's goal just went through Swayman's
Well, it
leg.
hit the bottom of Swayman's stick. Like, he played that so poorly. And then the second Boston goal, there was a lot of issues with that one. Like, the zone entry attempt by the Oilers was bad. And then there was, I think, a change on the defensive side. And then the regroup by Boston quick up the other way. Poorly played by Stetcher. And then Frederick goes in and he kind of tucks it. Janmark got beat on the
Beautiful
back check.
goal.
If you're
Now,
the Bruins
if
and a
it's
Bruins
Bruins,
fan,
it's
you're
a
like, that was a
beautiful
great
goal.
goal. But if you're the Oilers, they're like, that was a
Now,
mistake.
tell
that was
me
a
this,
mistake,
because
that was
as
a
you
mistake.
guys know, I'm not as versed in hockey, but as a defender, should you not be taking the man there?
That's what Matty Cassian said last night. So it was kind of like an in-between play by Stetcher. Like, he kind of looked like he was going to go physical, but then he swiped his stick with a little spin thing. Janmark is telling him to take him, and Skinner couldn't get the
If
save.
he focuses on the man, he blows that guy up.
Yes.
Blows him up.
Frederick
It's a
doesn't get
huge
the
play.
middle.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was
So,
a lot
yes.
of things.
So that was
there.
just a obviously things are bang bang. It's hard to sit here on the sidelines and say, oh, you should have done that. But I was just wondering for, the rules of hockey, if that's a man thing or if you're supposed to try and
It was
swipe at the
poorly
puck.
played. Yeah, good read on your part. As Matt Cassian calls it, compounding mistakes, and that goal was a great example of that.
That's one of his favorite
Quid
big
Gibo
things.
says
It's a good one.
that's a bottle of whiskey to drown out the pain of losing one. So
Big Hugh also says, Matty's buzzing. He's complimenting his coworkers. Also, I'd like to. When did I compliment anyone?
Someone get this man another beer.
yeah,
Did I
Can we-
compliment anyone?
Can we feed this to him?
Yeah.
I do have something in my coffee. I will just say that.
Of course.
Is it Velvet Cream brought to you by Strathcona Spirits?
No, but I hope everything's good at Strathcona Spirits.
Yes, they we got an update on Strathcona
yeah,
Spirits.
what's going on?
So they're okay.
Tell
the
what
girl,
happened for those that may not
If
know.
you missed it, this happened on
2 days ago.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday morning, there was an explosion with a fire in the distillery, and one staff member was hurt. She was treated at a hospital. She's home.
Good.
She's recovering.
That's good.
I think if I remember recollecting the story when I read it, minor injuries. The fire was put out, I think, relatively quickly by the fire department. Well
I
done.
think it was like 4 minutes in the article I read
Yeah.
said that they got there on scene.
And I think, and they're saying, everyone at Strathcona Spirits saying thank you for all the concern, well wishes. They appreciate it. Great group over there. Obviously, they do birdie booze. They still have like products unaffected. They're still selling
Great.
product. You can still do online orders, but obviously the physical damage to the location that needs to be taken care of. So
I'm
such
really
a
glad
great
to hear.
spot.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear nobody was hurt because that's.
Especially when you hear explosion.
Yeah,
That's when you're
yeah.
like, oh boy.
Ooh, this wasn't just a fire. This is an explosion.
But it's such a it's such a cool, unique building. Just it's this
Yeah.
pink building.
It's old.
Standalone.
It's old. It's standalone.
Just off
and
White.
it just off. It is a wonderful spot. It's like when I was scrolling through Reddit that Wednesday, and I was like, oh no, like, oh, hopefully it's all okay there. So it's nice to hear that the
Yeah.
person especially is back home.
Yeah, she suffered some injuries, but they were able to treat her and release her. So scary, because when we saw the text, someone texted in to us during this show, I think.
Are you taking that?
What is he taking?
Will's taking the big glass.
chalice.
The chalice. Oh, yeah. Boaz brought it for someone.
Oh, Will just took it.
$39.99. Bye, Will.
That's his payment for doing the morning show.
Good. Perfect. That's all he
I don't know
needs.
if we actually pay him to do the morning show.
I'm sure we do. I'm sure we
Wasn't
do.
he once seen as well just taking a bottle of 2 Hoot or the
He
box
took a
of
4
2
liter.
Hoots?
Yeah,
after
Belgium
Hangout.
does that too.
I might take a
He's asked.
I might take
Oh,
a
okay,
box
good.
of 2 Hoots if you allow me
Yeah, I don't know how much is left.
for Christmas.
I guess I have to because you gave me a gift.
Oh no, that wasn't the point. Gifts are just for giving, Maddie.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I really like the wrapping.
So what's the plan with this unpackaging or unwrapping it?
I'm just opening
You're
it.
doing it right now?
yeah. I
We've
guess so.
given enough time for people to
I
guess
feel
what it
like
is.
a little kid. I was like, let's go, open the gift, open the gift. I get very excited about that.
Oh, you know what's funny? This
that
is
it?
amazing.
What is it?
It is a corkscrew and wine set.
Now there is more to this than what you originally see. This is for the wine lover that you have. This has an electric corkscrew. This
Cool.
is going to change your life.
I've
It is
heard about
the
these
best thing ever.
Well,
And it's got, because I know you like to keep your wine, it's got an air remover.
Oh, okay.
So you can pump the air out and then put the cap on and preserve it.
That is great.
And it's got a filtration pour as well. So you can aerate it as you pour. Yeah.
What's funny is because I brought a bottle of wine. No wonder you said bring wine
There you go.
today.
Well
and I
done.
had one with a corkscrew. And so I threw one of my crappy one they have in my bag.
That's
Just
okay.
because I didn't.
But Larry
Yeah,
Ring gave us those knives that has a corkscrew on it.
I'm awful with those.
Oh, really?
I am not
Like
like,
the
if
old
you,
school
if- Larry
two-handed
Ring gave
or-
us a nice little utility knife type stuff.
Yeah, Swiss Army knife.
And it's got that corkscrew. If I had to open this bottle up, I'd screw it up. I guarantee it.
Okay.
I need my special one. Well, like not like the normal one, like that you twist down and it's got like the handles that come up. And you push on it. This changes the life though.
My father-in-law got us an electric corkscrew, and it's changed our life.
How good does it preserve the wine?
Oh, it's
If you take the air out,
you can hear the air out, like it does the job.
that's awesome.
Removes air from the open wine bottle, preserving the wine's taste until bottle is reopened. That is
Brilliant.
Because I
huge
know
for
you
me.
as a single guy, you've had that issue where you're saying,
Well, I'm worried about opening
don't-
a bottle of wine because it's a 2-day
and
process.
I shouldn't say as a single, you live by yourself, but like if you have a bottle of wine, you either have to commit to it all,
Yeah.
or drink it the next day.
Or it's a 2-day,
Yeah.
2 to 3 day
You know.
process.
But now, maybe you can have a couple of bottles on the go.
Which I will actually, I got to throw some love to Chelsea and Lucas. Chelsea from the Hive and Lucas from One the Wolf. They got me my first bottle or box of red wine. I haven't cracked it open yet,
You know what? They're very thoughtful.
but they did
You
get me
love
that.
your boxed wine.
I've never had boxed wine.
What?
That's my thing. Like I've wanted to try
Pardon
boxed
me.
wine for that.
Is it Copper Moon?
No,
That's the only box wine I've ever
they did
seen.
not get me Copper Moon. Was it Peller's Estate?
Oh, this is a great comment here from Spency
Getting a lot of
5
wine
cents.
stuff.
The electric corkscrew is one of Jay's finishing wrestling moves.
That's a good one.
Reed's gonna love that.
Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, I saw it. I was thinking about it one day because there was another gift I was in between two. Can I tell you what the other one is?
Go for it.
I wanted to get you Golden Bears hockey jersey,
Oh, that would be
Oh,
awesome.
I love those hockey jerseys.
and I was very
no.
It wouldn't have been just off the shelf. It would have been from the annex.
From the annex.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That would be.
What do you mean from the annex?
Like
Oh, it's already working.
game
Battery.
worn. It would have been, yeah.
The Golden Bears have
You've
some
already
really
given me
nice
something
uniforms.
really nice. A couple things from the Golden Bears that are very nice.
You have that alumni jacket. That was really nice.
And I got a Gooba golf head cover.
And he got
Oh,
the
nice.
blessing from Chris Morris. Thankfully, you got it then.
Yeah, because
Because
I
now
can get it
it's
now. It wouldn't work.
worthless.
Yeah.
He's out of there.
He doesn't have that power anymore.
He did knight Maddie as
Yeah,
a Sir
I
Golden Bear.
witnessed that. That was impressive.
Yeah, I'm so excited for you to use that electric thing. So that's
Oh,
the
that's
aerator.
the pour. Yeah, I've got one of those. Those are good.
Those are great.
Yeah.
They just add.
I like that this is already charged.
I've had,
Me
I had
too.
a couple of exes that love their red wine, and it would be a bottle a night. And it was hard on old Tom.
I find now as I'm getting older that wine is the easiest one to go.
Oh, a drip collar.
If you're gonna have wine, if you're gonna sit and dedicate yourself to one libation, wine.
Wine's nice. It's a good
nice.
night.
And you're not really getting too carried away. It's not like you chug wine.
No.
It's just nice to have.
Wine is something you could do if you did a bottle all night. Obviously, you can't drive home or something, so
No.
you're feeling it,
Yeah.
but you're not wasted. It's when you go into bottle 2 when you get wasted.
I can't do
this thing
bottle
now,
2.
right?
I can
I
only
think
do
that's
a
the
little bit of
foil
bottle
cutter.
one.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm learning as I go. We'll do a bottle opening.
Lucas, by the
Live?
way, says, when are you guys getting to the recap of the RL Carriers New Orleans Bowl? And you don't need a corkscrew for a box o' wine. Emphasis on box o' wine.
It's true.
The RL Carriers Bowl. By the way, Luke, I talked with McCord on the Bear this morning. I had to do the sports hit. We had a wonderful quick chat about college football. He brought up the RL Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Luke's gone up 2 on me again in college
Oh,
football.
no.
He started off 2 up. I gained 1 this week, and then yesterday he went back up 2. But we're getting into the playoffs. He's got
3-1.
Notre Dame tonight. I got Indiana.
Bronco Nick.
See, this is what you put in, and then you attach the thing.
No, Baggio says, boys, fighting over Italian food, shame on you, Tom. I agree, but I needed to get that off my chest. Bronco Nick asked if you parked where he recommended.
I followed Reed. He didn't know.
Okay.
He was very, very skeptical of me following him. He did not want me following him.
Okay, sounds about right. And then Bone says, count yourselves lucky you aren't Scandinavian. Lutefisk still terrorizing me.
Lutefisk, oh.
Yeah, none of that sounds good. Okay, so what are you
So
doing
I guess
there?
this depends on the size of your, or there's two of them, I'm guessing. You put it in.
Well, one can be a skinny neck, right?
Yeah, and you suck the air out.
Yeah. And then it stays.
Are you having
Preserves.
fun? Are you having
I'm
fun?
ready to actually open up a bottle with this.
Dude, it's just, and you see it.
Oh,
And
it's
then,
even got the full battery charge there.
and then you can remove, like, so you.
Oh, you could even put it back in a little bit. Like
well,
if
you don't.
if you screw it
when
up.
you go that way, it just takes it out and it's in your hand.
yeah, I guess that would make sense.
But it doesn't. You know how if you're on a corkscrew and let's say you've had a bottle of wine already and you might go in a little sideways
And
or
you
this or
break the
that.
cork,
You're
yeah.
never going to go in sideways with this. You're never going to have a cork
Hey-o.
that breaks off. Hey-o. And when it comes out, it's perfect. It holds its shape.
Oh,
So then you can stuff that in just for on the counter for the night.
well, thank you, Jay.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you're welcome.
this. Let me go get that bottle. Let's
Yeah.
do a live one.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
I used to think that when that song, when I was a little guy, I thought they said, "At least no one died." At least no one died.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a very good Christmas song.
And
Quite
I thought
catchy.
that was appropriate
At
for
least
Christmas.
no
At
one
least no
died.
one died.
Yeah,
It's Christmas.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
that's-
bread and butter. This is gonna be a day.
look out.
Oh, there goes the mouse.
Okay, so you gotta
So
use your.
let's just get this out of the way early. You have already had beer with Boaz from Two Pillars. Now you've got something in your coffee. Jay has gifted you a wine opening kit. You
trying to
have
figure
a
out how to
bottle
work
of
this.
red that you're currently opening. And
Yeah, if I
you're
figure out how
trying
to
use
work this thing.
the
So you pinch
foil
Yeah.
thing.
pinch
and
it
you-
on the top, and then rotate,
Look at that.
and then you should be able to. There.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at how amazing that came off.
Well, that's a.
Man,
a
what,
tool for that.
what a world we live in. The engineering that we've accomplished.
Okay.
You're gonna.
Make sure I do this
All
right.
right, Matthew's
exciting.
using
We
his
need the- we
new
need the sound
wine opener.
effects.
And we're going to get the sound here.
You gotta hold the bottle. Yeah. Okay, now it comes up.
That is amazing.
And
That is so simple.
Take it out.
Oh, it like lifts it fully up.
See how nice and held together that cork is?
That is absolutely an amazing little thing.
No, that
you
one,
want the
I'm more
cork?
interested in the cork. That is immaculate.
That's so easy. And it like it
Smells like good
grabs
wine.
it and then it brings it fully up. You don't even have to move it up or anything.
It's just one of those things in life that everybody should have that
Well done.
most people probably don't have. And it just makes everything, it just makes that process, which can be sketchy. Let's say you're entertaining a lady friend
Yeah.
and you have to, screw up the wine cork.
I've done that.
This is foolproof.
Now, Maddie, you have to suck the air out of there.
I'd have to do that after.
Oh, you're going to have some.
Well, that's why it's here.
Thought we're gonna have a glass of wine.
We're not gonna I didn't just bring a bottle of wine just for the sake of it to open and
Thought
close.
you were weird like that.
I didn't know I was getting this even today. Jay wants to play crib later today.
You guys are incredible. In a good way. Incredible in a good way.
Yeah, you're the one that told me about bread and butter, right?
Yeah. They have a really nice Cab Sav. The Pinot Noir is actually, if there is a daytime wine or in this case a morning wine, I would say it's probably a Pinot.
Oh.
There's a couple glasses out there. Do you want me to get some or?
You can get.
Would you like a
Yeah,
glass?
I'm
My dear Tom?
I'm gonna first get my coffee.
Yeah, with you guys, yes.
Okay, well let's finish our coffees.
Yeah,
in an
I
hour or
need to get
two
my
we'll have a
coffee.
Oh,
vino.
okay. We got a text in regard to this device that you purchased from Matthew.
Which is a Rabbit 7-piece electric corkscrew.
Rabbit's a
wine
good
set.
brand.
That's the
Rabbit's
one.
a good brand.
I was going to ask, is that the one that does the sex toys?
Rabbit.
Or
I
is that
don't
the
know.
name of one of the toys?
I think it's probably a name.
Okay. Because I was like, wait a second.
Is that the Jack Rabbit 500?
What's that for, Daddy? Nothing.
Go to bed.
Go to bed. Daddy toys. Daddy toys.
Yeah. Rabbit is a good brand for wine products.
Not for the others.
Jay doesn't know about the other stuff, but wine stuff is good.
Yeah.
But he's heard. I'm just kidding.
What did the texter say?
I gotta look up Rabbit
Jay,
now.
I'm a wino, says Joel,
Oh, yeah.
who prior to that texted in beer me.
Beer me.
I just thought that was
Well,
funny.
she's in Ontario, so it's almost noon there.
Good point.
Yeah.
Baggio
Yeah, I'm
says
good. It's almost in there. I'm good.
Yeah, well, it's all good. Baggio says, yes, bread and butter Pinot Noir is really good.
Okay.
Baggio, being Italian, naturally knows what good wine is. Obviously, Paisan. And then says, Josh Cab Sauvignon is really good too.
Who?
Josh Cab, unless that's
Josh is a brand.
Josh Cab Sav.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a beer wine called. Is it Josh or Joshua?
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna go wine this Christmas. I'm just gonna do wine.
No, yeah, just Josh.
You know.
The one that we would always drink, 1X, she loved Petite Petit.
Oh.
And
Have
it's
you not seen
really
that one?
good.
Petite. That's the one we were just talking
very
about.
good.
With the elephants on it.
Yes, it's very, very good.
We were just talking about that
Yes.
wine. Because it was on sale at Safeways and Sobeys.
I
It was
really
on sale
like
for
Petite
$14.99.
because usually it's $30 a bottle.
It said
yeah.
half price.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
I should have.
Oh, now is the time to go buy some wine.
Yeah.
I'm going.
There's a
And there's
lot
no
of
GST.
discounts. Yes, on wine too.
Oh, right.
That freaked me out. I did getting coffees or whatever, or you order the price like it, so. Let's just use McDonald's. Sorry, but I will because they have their special on right now, and it's like $1.50. That's it. It's not $1.52 or $1.50. You know what I mean? It's just very disarming.
It's weird.
It is.
Because you're ready to. I will say this: if there's one thing I would change about Canada, I want our price to include tax.
Oh,
do it in the UK.
You're gonna ultimately lose as a consumer because they'll round up. Stores would, but
This is coming from someone who is in
Yeah,
the
but like
biz
the UK
for
does it, where like
decades.
I want to see the sticker price.
yeah,
I don't want to see 10.75, knowing that I have to add 5 cents or
It's like
5%
salt in
GST
the
later.
wound.
Just give me the total price right there.
Yeah.
So I understand what I'm, even if it's broken down there, this is the full price, this is how much it costs, this is how much your GST is paying. But the main sticker price should tell me exactly what I'm paying.
if anything, this is a great time during this GST free, which I believe is till February,
think it's
mid-February,
Feb.
is to use all the change in your change hole or your change pocket in your car
I don't have any in my
because
car.
it's all exact change. Everything is it's $1.50. It's $1.75. There's none of this, like you can really
I
get
see what
rid
you're
of a
saying.
lot.
Yeah. I don't carry a coin in my car.
I do, and I really try and use it as best I can.
Once
I'm the
parking
guy that will
meters-
give you a handful of change for a large coffee.
Once
just to
parking
do it.
meters started allowing credit card and stuff, I was like, there's no point in me ever having a coin.
Oh, talking about credit cards. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We got a problem, guys. And maybe I should have a glass of wine before this. But,
Before you get going, since you're going to get into something here,
oh, I am.
let's just say
right.
that
I'm
portions of this
ranting.
hour are brought to you by the High Product
You
Marketing,
fired up?
official merch
I am.
partner of EST, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, thehighproductmarketing.com. People are getting their merch stuff
Letterman
right
style.
now.
Nice.
People are getting, yeah, you haven't been here in a while.
You do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it the other day too.
I like that. I throw my paper airplane at the
Yeah,
at the,
no, a
at the
Bellsy one,
camera.
because I've had this the last 2 weeks. You haven't been here for a couple weeks in a row.
Yes, I haven't. That's
And you won't
right.
be here next week
Why?
because we don't have a show next Friday.
Oh.
So it's like yeah, this is unique. Weird having you here, but yeah, I throw these things.
It's nice
but
though.
merch store
you.
stuff, it's coming. People have been getting them. If you haven't got them yet, today or Monday, expect it to come. Unless like you're far from Edmonton or something because of the shipping delays. But if you're in the area or something, if you haven't got it yet, stay tuned. It should be coming very soon. I did an
A
excellent
lot
job.
of people were saying they got their stuff yesterday.
Yeah,
Nice.
yesterday seemed like a big day for that stuff. Merch stuff. I got stuff for you. Got to talk after the stuff.
I need to remember what I bought people for Christmas because I have no idea.
I bought a lot. I may have
But the High
overindulged.
did amazing stuff. They did absolutely. They crushed everything.
the zip up.
I think
hoodies?
my brother bought a Glue Crew T-shirt or a sweater.
He should.
And
liked
to
it.
Jim, it isn't. I don't think it is through Canada Post. Most of it's through different couriers that we did send stuff to.
you did a lot through Purlator, didn't you?
No, actually. So that the Hive did all this the merch store
right.
stuff. I didn't touch the Hive stuff there. When I did some Nasty Club annual memberships, actually, I got good news on that before we get into you ranting about credit cards. I used a lot. Like it's called Loomis Express,
Is this the
Canpar.
one you text me about?
Yes.
Yeah.
It price matches and it falls. And thank you to Henry Schutze, who a buddy who gave me the link to that. It was been great. They found my scarves.
Oh, where are they?
They're now in Ontario. They've been discovered. I can give you the exact update. So for all the premium members, I don't think I'll have anything before Christmas. So
That was
apologies on that.
pissing you off.
But yesterday I went on. We have your package, and now it's on the way. All coming from Caledon, Ontario.
Ah.
Oh, wow.
So UPS is delivering it. I just don't have a date of when it will come. The premium packages will be ready very, very
You
soon.
have like a bunch of stuff ready to go.
I'm ready.
I noticed.
I'm ready.
It's
Once
very
those
elaborate.
scarves come,
Yeah.
like actually even yesterday I sorted some of the stuff out for the pickup so that like I was about to yesterday I was going to email everyone, but like I don't know where these scarves are.
Right.
Come pick up your stuff, pick up your scarves later. But now that the scarves are coming, like, hey, I'm going to hold off on that. But I got it. I just need to basically put the scarves in,
Yeah.
out the door.
Yeah, your office is basically a
it's a
fortress
disaster.
of boxes.
It's a disaster, but I know where everything is.
It's gotten better.
Well, but there was a time where like even Dusty came in like, this is a mess. And I was like, but I know where everything is. And I looked at all my shirts and I went XL, double XL, large, triple XL, medium, small. Like I knew exactly where everything was.
You're a mad
That was
scientist.
I gotta say, when Dusty did say that, he almost said it in a like, Maddie, why is your office so messy? Condescending way.
Oh,
Were you
wow.
there for that?
Yeah, and I'm
I
like,
don't
dude, he's busting his ass selling your merch. Like
Snap.
respect, yo.
But it was like, I knew like it's messier than I want.
This
But
is probably driving you nuts.
But I also know where everything is.
Yeah, that's
It's
fine.
it's
short term.
organized chaos right now.
It is. It's like Christmas around the house at this time of year. Like my wife's freaking out because there's this stuff, and it's just because once it all settles in and it goes, then it's just going to be nice and calm after the rush of everything is over.
You know what's satisfying is when you get the boxes and everything out.
Out.
And you're like, okay. Nice.
Yeah, that run to the recycling station is.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels good.
It's nice having a recycling in our condo.
They brought us compost boxes.
I know I got to get used to figuring out how to
I'm
compost
not even
things.
going to use it.
You're just
That's
gonna
where you
throw
throw
things.
your
Scraps
peels
and-
and your.
I got to figure out what goes into what now.
Yeah.
But it's like we have like dedicated recycling bins.
Yeah.
So like
They're
we have big ones
yeah.
though too. So like you get big boxes, you
Yeah.
can just throw them in there.
Yeah. I'm not
I
even
take all of our
bothering
stuff
them.
to our condo.
Yeah, I know.
It's great.
I've done the same.
Yeah. Oh, Muhammad one day saw me like last week. He said, "We gotta do a show again. You guys gotta do a show again here."
We can absolutely do a
think I
show.
saw
We have a
one.
ping pong tournament coming up.
Yeah. If it was anything else, I'm not good at ping pong.
There. The timing of it is weird though, too.
Yeah.
I think they had to switch it. We
But
have
I
a
would-
very active community
If
in
there
our,
was-
in our condo.
They're trying to at least.
I like it. Yeah, they had a Oilers watch party there.
I'd work both you guys at ping pong.
Probably.
Yeah, you would.
I
I
love
won't
ping
even
pong.
try to compete on. I'm not good at ping pong. Foosball, kick your ass.
I don't know about that.
I grew up with a foosball table.
I have a foosball table.
I grew up with one. Actually, my dad installed them opposite, so you couldn't spin them.
You're not supposed to spin them. Anybody that plays foosball knows a spin is off
No
limits.
spins.
It's a one hand.
I know, so I learned how to play without like where it wasn't even an option.
Yeah,
Because if you
good.
spinned it, it was going to the back of your net.
Good for Roman.
So I was
Taught you
good.
well.
He's a smart man.
Credit
My
card,
daughters are good at ping pong, man.
ping pong.
Rose, my middle daughter, 10 years old, her and I can have a pretty aggressive rally for 100 shots, 110. Like we've gotten to 247. And
Yep.
it's like I'm giving it to her.
Get me on a badminton court.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Why am I not surprised?
I was great. I was great in gym with that one. And the drop shot, when you perfect that, like
Did you go to the sweet spot?
You know how to
You're
work a
badminton
shuttlecock?
player?
I'll say that one. But it was like you go back and forth, and when you had that little drop shot just over the net, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah, I could
feel
see
cocky?
I could see you being a drop shot player.
Credit card.
Yeah, credit card.
Okay, guys. We got a problem.
Okay,
I went to an Oilers game last night.
you spent too much
No.
because you bought two things.
No, the price is whatever. It is what it is. The prices are what they are. We're all idiots for buying that food and those beverages, but we do.
Pre-game.
It happens. It happens.
It happens. I'm not at all. That is, hey, the market's set. If I didn't want it, then don't buy it. If you think it's overpriced, don't pay that price. Don't buy it. That's not what I have a problem with. I knew what I was getting myself into that. The problem I have is these pricks only give you, do you know what the lowest option
For
for a
tip?
tip is?
No.
18%.
I disagree.
Can you not hit
There's
other?
got to be a other button.
No, there's custom.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
put in your
And
mouth.
guess what? You go into custom and you want to put 10%. It says 10 cents.
No,
It's
that's
not-
a mouse.
No,
goes
it's
into a
not.
mouth then.
I did it last night, and I tipped the guy 10 cents, and he probably thought I was the biggest a-hole in the arena. But don't even start with. Don't even go past the original point. 18% for what? What are you doing? That says you get 18% extra on what already is an egregiously
They're not
overpriced
saying it. They're
beer.
not doing it. Let's remember that.
Then don't have that as an option.
Right, no, but it's not the bartender that's doing that.
I know, but that is
Right,
such a
it's
turn
higher
off.
up.
Yeah.
That is such a turn off when you're already kicking me in the balls with your prices. Now you got me down on the ground and you're feeding me in the head. I couldn't believe it. That's the lowest option. Like 18% is a good tip. 15% is a good tip. 15% is like
15 was the tip.
15 was a good tip.
It was always the tip.
Yeah.
And then I'm one of those people, like 20% became my norm.
20% is a great tip.
But 15 was always like, it was
But you're
supposed
talking in the service industry.
I know.
This is not a service industry.
I understand.
This
but like,
is an order taking
I
industry.
don't know when 15 moved to 18. Because 15 was the number for like my whole life, where that was a good tip. Not a bad tip. Like that was like, if you thought you had bad service, you gave 5%. Now we're at a point where it's like, if you think you got bad service, it's 15%. And we bumped that up somehow.
And they have the audacity to put below 18% service okay. And then under 20% service good.
Oh, that is a
Under
little shot.
22% service really good. And then 25% service was great. They did that.
That's-
fires me.
That's a
I've never wanted
subconscious
to not
prey.
tip somebody
Question.
more in my life.
So you went up to a bar for this?
Yes.
Okay. What is your go-to tip for one beer?
Well, if it's a regular price beer, so let's say we're at a bar, a local establishment, not at that hell.
I have a rule for my drinks.
Okay, here it is. If it's a bar and it's let's say I have a beer and I give them a 20, I'll usually say just give me back 5. So I'm giving
let's say you're doing
$15.
card.
$12 beer
Let's say
or
you're doing
whatever.
card straight up, and you have to enter a tip because that's how I always do card. I don't do cash.
If I'm at a bar, probably 10%.
Because this is how I go with beer cards.
Because you're not doing all that much.
I give
I
$1
agree.
for the first drink, and I go 50 cents for every additional drink. So if I'm standing at a beer cart comes by and I go 3 drinks, I'll go $2.
Yeah, see, I'll do
Because
like
you're just you're
I'll
grabbing
do
it,
like
you're
a
cracking it
dollar
open
for the
and giving-
beer or pour. I'll do $1 per drink because
You'll go per drink?
Yeah, so like, well, up to 20%.
Yeah. So that's where
but
like I
it's-
struggle, but like it's like because like you're
is
just
the
literally
action.
just bringing it to me.
Yes, and you're cracking it or you're
and
opening
you're not
and
like
pouring.
unless like if I'm ordering a cocktail. Obviously, there's a lot more work that goes
Yeah.
into a cocktail.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
doing the whole shaking and all this whole show type
Yeah.
stuff. There's a little bit more to that. But if I'm going up and just like, hey, get me a long drink at OEG, or at Rogers, get me a long drink.
They go to the freezer.
You're
and
just
pull it
you're
out.
going to freezer. You're going. Pff,
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
And then that's where like I'll give you $1.
Yeah,
And then after that, I add 50 cents per drink type thing. Like so, if the 3 of us went golfing, and we got 6 drinks or something, I'd be closer to be like I'd be like $3.
yeah,
maybe,
I'll be
$4
a
or something.
a beverage kind of thing.
I tip very well, probably too well. But in a situation like that on a golf cart where there's somebody that's operating the golf cart, somebody that's driving around, dealing with whatever the elements are, whether it be heat or rain or just whatever, and they're probably dealing with the odd a-hole here
Of
and
course.
But those a-holes are going to be giving a lot of money.
there. But when that person comes to your group, you just want them to feel like, hey, thanks for doing this. And by the way, when they come to your group, when you see that cart cresting over the hill coming down towards you, boy, hey, beer cart, who wants? Right? It's exciting.
But, like-
that person has now made you feel an emotion that you don't get all that often.
But like $1 is a good tip on like beer's like $7 or something.
That's not a good tip. Let's just face it. But it doesn't matter. It's just a matter of what service are you doing. That person drove across the golf course to come see me, Tommy, and Maddie hitting some balls around. God bless you. I'm going to tip you.
20% is $1.40 at a $7 beer.
Yeah, okay. So
it is. Like
I guess
that
that's fair,
falls into
Maddie.
that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Forgive me. But I the button thing where that's the lowest.
See,
Shame on you.
and I've never gotten upset about that because there's the option to enter in your own. I'd only be upset if there was never an option to enter my own, because I'll enter in my own.
Yeah,
This one-
That's there to catch people who are drunk. That's there to catch the person who's had way too many and goes, boom, click, done.
Yeah.
But okay, take it to the
that's
next
where it
level. Then
goes.
take it to the next level where they have the wording below it. Service
Yeah,
was okay.
I get that.
Service was good. Service was very good. Service was great. Screw you.
It's playing on your subconscious.
Like, get out of
or
here.
on your conscious.
Who are you? Who? That's just like such a judgmental.
But I think the person serving understands that.
Sure.
And they've been in the other side, and they've probably heard about it and go, this is a joke. Because
They can't change it.
they can't change it.
No.
How much are they getting of those tips too? Right?
don't know.
Like, it's not the same as it once was, where it's like,
Well, no,
when it was
I
all
bet you
cash
that-
or something, that's theirs.
I bet you
when
the
it goes
tips-
into a machine, then it's who knows where that's going.
Well, I would imagine
think
that
they
they
still
batch out that machine
Yeah.
and they batch out the tips separately, and then that goes to the crew that's working that bar.
Yeah.
And there's
But here's the thing too: is they're also getting taxed on those tips
Yes.
now. Whereas in the good old days, you take the $5 or the $25 you got in tips over the night, you shove it in your pocket, and you go
That's your
spend
money.
it somewhere else. That's
we
your
need
money.
to get rid of tip culture
like
as a society. Europe doesn't tip.
No.
yeah, true enough.
Like there's two things I would, if I could change, if I was like the Grand Emperor of North America for like a day.
This is a new role. I like
Thank
it.
you.
Continue.
The two things I would change: no tipping, tip policy is gone. We just pay properly, all of that stuff, and I would make bidets normal.
Ah, those are great.
The world uses them,
They are
except
great.
us. I have one. Bought it off Amazon many years ago. It's great. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
We should be normalizing bidets and having bidets in all bathrooms.
Man, oh man.
Saves on toilet paper.
Game changer.
Keeps things cleaner. If you get a little bit of you know what on your hands, what do? You wash them. Well, why aren't we washing the behind?
I'm not comfortable talking about this.
All I'm gonna say is at the Ritz in Montreal, where
not
we
comfortable
would stay, they had them. They were Japanese toilets. I was very uncomfortable with them at the start. Jack Michaels insisted I try. Game changer.
It's if you've never used one, once you start using them, you'd understand why they are so important and why they're so great.
Yeah.
Things are just cleaner.
Yeah.
I want one here.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. Actually.
I might buy
think
one.
That's wonderful.
Maybe I'll have to.
I was gonna
Kirk, Grand Emperor Iwanyk with the cleanest bottom in the district.
Oh boy.
Jay doesn't like that part of this.
Well, and apparently they asked for tips now at Subway. That's going off in the chat.
I
And
paid $20 for a sub at Subway. I mean, what the hell happened here?
McDonald's doesn't ask yet. I don't think.
Okay.
Starbucks does.
Yeah.
Starbucks, when I mobile
Coffee
order,
shops
it
do.
pops up. Well, but it used to be like mobile order. If I'm just ordering coffee, there was never a tip thing.
No.
And
It's like,
then
why am I
probably,
tipping you for doing your job?
probably like 2 years
What are
ago.
you doing outside and above and beyond
There's
that
maybe
makes
like
me want to tip you?
2 or 3 years ago, they added on the mobile order,
I'm
even,
getting
like where
wine
it
glasses.
pops up, and it goes, "Do you want to tip?" And it's like, well, I ordered just strictly a coffee that you poured in.
Yeah,
like,
you
that's not.
literally
And I've
poured a
never
coffee.
done that stuff.
Yeah.
What letter did we get?
WCB,
Oh,
Cairo Foods.
oh, that's I know what that is. If you want to bring that one, that's from A&W. We got a Christmas card from A&W.
All right.
It says attention, Dustin Nilsson.
He's not here,
He's
man.
not here for Christmas.
You can open
So
it.
as the COO, I make an executive decision
What you're doing right now
to
is
open
a
up a
federal
Christmas
crime.
card. Merry Christmas.
Lovely.
Hey, we can't open it after.
I know.
So it's a, they all signed it too. That's very nice
Very
of them.
nice.
May the gifts of joy and laughter fill your home and hearts. Merry Christmas for your friends
That's
at Cryer
beautiful.
Foods Limited.
That's
That's a very wonderful card.
We'll put
I'll have
that
to
on
put that
display
up.
somewhere. I was just gonna say, as Canadians, we have a bad rep in the U.S. for being poor tippers.
Really?
Yeah, because there the standard's 20%, and it's different here, right? You're talking about 15, and I had to learn this the hard way, and so we just have it's just kind of like, oh, they're Canadian bad tips.
See, and I
But we're getting hit hard with the conversion and
Oh, it's got worse too.
it has gotten worse. And then, and I think I saw a text in here, tip culture, kind of to what you were saying, if you're the Grand Emperor of North America or whatever.
For just a day.
Bidets.
Well, my
Tip
buddy
culture.
texted me going
Someone said
hashtag
something about
normalize
that.
bidets. You changed my pooping experience forever. Because I told him about this. And he got it done.
It is
So-
very
Cal in the
hygienic.
Park's here.
Nice. Cal.
Let me go.
Hey, Cal.
How are you?
Good, yourself?
Good, thanks.
Hello, Cal. Oh, no.
Oh,
got-
wow.
Oh, my. Come
Well,
on
have a
in,
seat.
Cal.
Have a seat.
Yeah.
This is for
Nanaimo bars.
helping my wonderful.
When Sarah
Yes,
got stuck.
Sarah
Thank
got
you,
stuck.
Sarah.
Hey,
Great
have a
to
seat.
see you.
Come say hi.
There you go.
Merry Christmas,
gotta
Cal.
turn my-
Look at, there's Cal in the park. Look at this. He brought in a.
If
This
you
is what's
go
been
to
good.
the far right fader,
Yeah.
just bring it up.
Cal's been
Yeah,
around.
just bring that up.
Cal's been
There we
around a
go.
board or two in his life.
Hey now. Cal brought in some Evan Williams, Kentucky's first distiller, straight bourbon whiskey. This stuff messes Tom up.
Whiskey. Whiskey.
You're not a bourbon guy?
Well, I am. It's just it messes Tom up. And I'm now speaking in third person, Cal. Do you need another? We need another one of those.
Well, we can let the cat out of the bag now.
Oh,
we didn't mention any names
I gotta fix the
earlier in the week, but it was
Oh,
Cal's
okay.
wife that was stuck that
Yeah.
we all went out and
We got
did
Sarah
the
out.
impromptu
Yeah.
rescue,
Yes.
Yeah.
and she was very happy. We tried to have her when she came back in. We're like, well, you're going to be stuck here for a while because the AMA is going to take a while. Would you like a nip of whiskey? And she said, no, I got to go to work.
Yes. Yes.
So she was dedicated. Cal, do you want to try your bourbon, or is it?
it
Yeah,
is for
I'll go
everybody here, so let's celebrate
Yeah.
the season
Yes.
properly.
Yes. We're in a festive spirit.
I see Maddie's been very festive this morning.
He's quite festive.
I've had a day.
yeah. You're
Yeah.
actually
It's-
like really nice and happy. And
I'm chipper.
You're full of energy.
I am.
as-
As Chris Johnston said. So
Bonnie Doon-Ron says, I think Tommy has to drive Matt home.
I'll be sticking. I'll be here for a long
He's gonna
time
be
today
sleeping
anyway,
here.
so I'll be all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Actually, the Hive gave me a wonderful blanket.
The Hive did?
Yeah, so now I have
Very
a blanket.
nice.
You want wine, or do you want some of this?
Whichever you guys are going to have.
We're gonna have
We're going to
wine.
have wine.
Jump
Okay.
in the
Let's
wine.
Save the
Where's your
bourbon.
pourer?
Maddie, did you hear the bidet thing that he talked about?
No, I missed that.
He said tip culture goes if he's the grand emperor of the world for a day.
North
And-
America.
North
Because the
America,
world
and then
understands this. The
bidets.
world understands.
Anyway,
Okay, who wants first? Somebody. This is
you're
just seems a
using your
little.
new contraption. It's a very festive show today.
Say when, Tommy. I'll start with you. Ooh,
Just
like making
pour
a
'em.
noise.
Oh boy.
That's very well played.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Oh boy. You got to really put it in there. Hey,
We're good. We're good. We'll try this again.
okay, that's good. That's good. One.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one's for you.
You need this?
Thank you.
You'll need to wipe that.
Yeah, thanks.
We have spilt some liquid in here. It's not
How-
as bad as
how
when Dusty
dare you.
Spilt.
Oh, it's on your shoes, man.
That's fine. Here, wait,
Here.
Jay. This is for you. You got to say when.
Here, we're good.
Good.
My goodness.
Oh, that's it.
I don't know. Whatever
Well-
you had.
I'm just having this.
Okay. Well, don't worry about it. I just washed them. I'll wash them again later.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, Cal.
Sure.
You say other people could talk here.
No, we're watching.
So
you
what did
use-
we think of the Oiler game last night?
Did they? I can't even remember if they played
What?
last
You want
night.
to talk
Cal.
about sports?
Yeah.
sports on a sports station?
Jay, don't worry about it.
I thought that's good. I thought that Stu looked like he was fighting the puck in the first period.
I think a lot
The
of
whole
guys were
team
fighting
was
the puck.
fighting everything
Yeah.
in the first period. It was
That
a
was
sloppy first period, wasn't
Poopy, as someone described it yesterday. Not a
Poopy?
great first. Poopy.
Who said that one?
Someone. I
You?
might have used it on the post game show.
You're a guy that likes to say poopy.
it? Deboja.
Poop. Yeah.
Daj
cheers.
Bože. Daj Bože.
Oh, very nice. What a day at EST. This is the last day, like regular programming before the Christmas break. So cheers to everybody out
That
there.
is not
Thank
true
you
at
to
all.
everybody.
That's not
That
true.
is not true at all. We have regular programming
Oh.
on Monday.
Oh, you know what? I'm not in all next week.
Yeah, you're not in, Jay's not in, Dusty's not in, Eric's not in. But we absolutely still have regular programming on December 23rd. Please tune in from 6 until 6.
We're gonna need that day for pushes on the.
Oh, right.
The subs.
Sorry, I tuned out because I will be off. So I'm looking forward to it.
What exotic locale are you going to?
Downtown Edmonton.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you, Cal. Yeah.
There, I thought, Dominican, Mexico.
I wish. I wish. And also, I just downtown. I'll be putzing around. I'll probably do Christmas shopping on Monday.
Ah, that's a
You
good
have not
idea.
done?
I don't know. I need to see what came in because I ordered a bunch of stuff that I have no idea who I ordered it from. So I'm like, I think I got something for my mom. I think my brother, I got one of them something. I don't even know. I'm just
We'll talk.
Okay,
We'll talk.
sounds good. I'm going to go knock over your box fort over there.
I
in
know.
the
I have
office.
everything of yours packaged.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's very,
Efficient.
very,
Yeah,
very.
I have everything organized. It's a
Okay.
chaotic organization.
All right.
It's how we do things.
All right.
He is good. But yes, Cal, you're absolutely correct in your assessment of the first period. It was awful. And the second period,
We got better.
saw a little bit of buzz. I was, as soon as that game went to overtime, I think the writing was on the wall. Oilers
Yeah.
fans knew what was going to happen. And then, the first line goes off and it's like, they didn't get it done there. But what an excellent feed and what a shot by Ekholm.
You're right. Nugent Hopkins with a great feed.
Buried it.
Yeah, because there's been some Nuge haters, but no, he has not had a particularly strong season.
Nuge is fighting it a bit, but you know what? What are you going to do? There's other players that are fighting it too.
Work through it.
Arvidsson, I thought, was gone for another 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
I was laughing after I sent you that text on the pregame show.
That was pretty
and then
funny.
you got hammered twice in the same shift. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, maybe 3 games was too many.
I actually saw him go into the boards and lay there for a second. I'm like, Cal was right. But no, he got up, toughed it out. So it was a frustrating game at times, wasn't it?
It didn't have any. It didn't seem to have flow.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it. And you heard Draisaitl say the first and third he didn't like how they were playing, but I think it has to do with that flow thing.
And then Jack said something about the ice not being, or Louis said something about the ice not being good.
Interesting.
Because it's cold and the puck was bouncing, and I'm thinking,
You know what was not good last night? The lights in there.
yeah,
The lights
They
went
were
out.
flicking, I heard.
Yeah.
Steve Sandor, I think.
They went
mentioned.
out a couple times. And actually, during the morning skate, it happened too. I don't know what's going on.
I thought at the end of the second they were going to pause the game because it really got bad.
Yeah.
Like highlight, low light, shadows. Like Kulak, you could see his shadow on the boards. There was and we knew where it was. We looked up. It was right above the score clock.
Yeah.
Where some of those massive, very high powered ones that shine straight down, on, off. And I text Reed, who was actually sitting directly across from me up in the press box, and we waved to each other a couple times.
that's
I just
adorable.
texted him
That's
and
sweet.
I said, Reed,
Yeah.
can you wave at me? So he'd wave at me and I'd wave at him.
Stole my thing, but whatever.
Hey, you were happy for me.
I was.
Yeah.
You guys continue on my tradition.
I would have waved to you as well if you were there.
Yeah, I haven't been to enough games this year.
Reed sits alone.
Yeah, I'm supposed to sit next to Reed.
Okay. Who sits to your left, away from Bob?
Jim Matheson.
No, yeah, so it's supposed to be me, I think, then Reed, then Maddie,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the writers.
And then they have me beside Rashog and Carius. It's just kind of where I've always been.
I just have been way too busy. And then yesterday, I've got morning show this morning, so I stayed home.
Yeah, no, you
'Cause
can't
during
do that.
Pre-game or post-game show, I went
It's
to
too
bed.
late. You know what's funny is I did notice that Reed left, and this is what he does, or what you guys do is having to be in the locker room after he left. It was 2-1, and there was about 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third.
Yeah.
And as you know, the Oilers didn't tie it up till late. So Reed, what do you do in that situation?
You're downstairs
In the media
in
lounge.
a media lounge.
Okay.
And there's TVs
Yeah.
and sound.
Okay.
So a lot of media is the writers will go down anywhere between the end of the second and late in the third, and they'll go set up and they'll start writing in that media room. And then when the game ends, they can head quicker to the locker rooms, because if you don't time it right, that elevator gets busy after a game, and so the hockey ops.
There's
for
not
both teams-
priority on
hockey ops get priorities.
And it's
It's
basically
the Oilers hockey ops will get priority for that elevator. So
Yeah.
if they're standing, there was a point last year during the Stanley Cup final.
and you can't go down with them at the same time.
Yeah, you can.
You
it
can,
gets-
but
it gets
if
packed
they
really
fill,
quickly.
but there's a lot of people trying to go. There was a point in the Stanley Cup final. I remember Jeff Jackson and some of the Oilers people were waiting, and a bunch of media were trying to get in ahead of him. And Jeff Jackson finally had clear his throat. I'm like, excuse me, guys, we need to get down there. And it was yeah, these guys kind of do.
Yeah.
They're in charge of the Edmonton Oilers. We're just media. move aside. Stop trying to get into this elevator.
Yeah.
There was a lot of weird or like obscure media at the
Yes.
Cup final that had no
No
idea
clue about how
right?
things are. It's like, okay, so
Oblivious
but
to it.
if they go and then if there's Panthers there, they got to go kind of.
Yeah.
So you could get behind and the room might open and you're not there yet.
There is a stairway that gets you there too.
I use the stairway
uses it. I
often.
use it. It's fine.
But the only issue at the end of the game when the stairway is that fans are using that one too.
Yeah.
Because there's ways to like the LRT or get out of the
Yeah.
Rogers.
Yeah.
And so then you're stuck, like it's slower.
Yeah.
It might be quicker sometimes than the elevator. But so media will go down early to get set to go in the locker.
I just want to make a public service announcement because I know there are people that understand and use the staircases at Rogers Place. Quit smoking darts in there, okay?
Oh, I smell
Unbelievable.
weed in there too sometimes.
Yeah, quit smoking in the damn stairwell.
Yeah, but they're not allowed to smoke anywhere. If they leave to smoke,
Exactly. Don't smoke there.
well, they're not allowed to smoke anywhere.
That's like a
ripping
story as
darts.
old as old as its time, Tommy. That's where the rich people with the rich seats go smoke.
In the stairwell.
Yes.
Quit it.
Can't smoke in the bathroom anymore. So
You can't smoke outside.
yeah,
If you
that's
go
right.
outside, you can't get back in. Have a reentry policy and people won't be forced to smoke there.
Have a smoker's pit.
Like my high school did.
Like on
they
the
had
third,
a painted square.
like on the highest floor. That's just all smoking all the time, and it just escapes straight
There's
up outside of the
there's a place inside the old building that we worked at that was the smoker area in the basement. And I guess you go in, it's like just dirty and all that
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Don't
was
do
the
it.
thing
Don't
back
do
in
it
the
at the
day.
games.
Well, see,
So you did
I'm
things.
old enough to remember when you booked an airline ticket, you go smoking or non-smoking, and they
Yeah.
put all the smokers at the back so they could blow the smoke forward.
Classic. I could not imagine being on an airplane with cigarettes.
Remember when like restaurants would be smoking, non-smoking?
Yeah, I
Where do you
remember
wanna
that. I
go
remember
sit?
going to the
Yeah.
bar.
Well, and you see pictures of the old Montreal Forum with everybody
People has it.
with a dart
yeah,
in their
they have a
mouth.
Dart.
Well, that was
Anyway.
the most disgusting part of being a busboy in my late teens, early young adulthood, was having to, as a busboy, you'd have to clean out the ashtrays at the end of the night.
Oh, yeah.
And it would just be you and a pair of like thick rubber gloves, a deep sink, and hot water. And you just, and it wasn't even the cigarette butts. Cigarette butts, okay, those can just into the garbage can.
Yeah.
It's the gum. You sickos with your gum, sticking it everywhere. Like,
Yeah, I don't
either
get this
throw
sticking
it out,
it under stuff.
swallow
Yeah.
it, or throw it in the garbage.
And you can swallow
put
it.
it
It
in an
doesn't sit.
ashtray.
It doesn't take 7 years to
Were,
digest.
were you one of those busboys that finished the drinks?
I don't have the stomach for this right now. We're talking about pooping in bidets and now it's
Have you ever
finishing-
used a bidet? Straight up.
No.
When you use one, you'll learn.
Okay.
It is
It
wonderful.
cleans, and then all you do is you take a little bit of toilet paper to dry yourself. That's it.
Yeah. Disgusting.
I've heard of smoke being blown up people's.
It's better. It's better than the others than what you're doing right now.
Yep.
It saves toilet paper.
Yep.
I use less
care.
toilet paper.
Han Shorkoff
less.
said he was in Asia for 2 weeks. He said, bidets don't work. I don't know what kind of bidets you're using.
You weren't using it properly.
Yeah.
It's like I stand by them.
It's
so
fantastic wine, by the way.
It's great
Yes,
wine.
it is.
and
Very
I
nice.
thank
Yeah.
you for that.
Bread
You
and
got me
butter.
on that one.
Bread and butter. Yeah, that's April's go-to.
So and then Jay got me
I saw that.
the wine opener, which actually works very nice. I don't know if you're big into wine, but
It's
if you
seamless.
are, get one of these things because
Seamless.
they work. Rabbit does a lot of things apparently.
Cal, what do you got going on for Christmas?
Yeah.
Usual family thing. We've got Sarah's family, my family coming over for brunch on Christmas Day.
Nice. Some mimosas?
A couple.
Couple.
Yeah. well,
As one does.
As one does. And I guess we're going over to the mother-in-law's on Christmas Eve to see other parts of the family. So, and then a day to ourselves on Boxing Day.
You know, that's a great relaxing day. You just sit there and do nothing. You know?
And there's no point shopping anymore.
No, I know.
Like you've got Black Friday that starts a week before Black Friday, which then leads into Cyber Monday. So it's like 2.5 weeks before Christmas. you got
Yeah.
that. And Boxing Day sales have somewhat started already. And then Boxing Day sales also go for like a week. So you could go on the 27th or the 28th or the 29th and get your Boxing Day
Yeah.
shopping done. You could take the 26th to just do nothing.
Absolutely.
And still
that's
not
good.
miss out on the shopping outside of maybe those like 2 or 3 major items that are specifically like Visions has the 3 TVs that are for like ridiculously cheap and you have to stand outside. Beyond that, you could still get all the Boxing Day shopping done, or you could just do it online at your home on your phone.
So
boom, done.
Black Friday, I was like, what do I need? I'm like, I don't really know. And I was just kind of like looking at some of the offers I got via email, and I was about to buy a bunch of stuff. And then I'm like, wait a sec. I get these same offers like once a month from these same companies anyway. Like, what am I doing? And I think I just got caught up in the hoopla of it. It wasn't anything specific, like 3 TVs have Visions on this specific day per location, X amount. It was just like online offers that I'm like, they send these out like every 2 weeks. What am I doing?
Mr. J, you've got a unique Boxing Day coming up.
I've never.
When was the last time you had a Boxing Day not at a shop, at the store?
When I was 11. So that's 41 years ago.
Wow.
Or 31 years ago, sorry.
Good math.
Yeah, thanks.
Rashog math.
Because you haven't had a real Christmas off.
No,
full
like
Christmas.
Christmas Eve, Christmas Day have been off. We shut the stores down.
But you've worked
then you're in the
Christmas
Boxing Day. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you
Christmas
haven't
Eve
been
is
off
like-
Christmas Eve. So you've
Yeah.
had Christmas Day off.
It's shorter. It's like 10 to 3 or 10 to 2. And then Christmas Day is always off. But then Boxing Day, you're right back at it. And then you're open. New Year's Day, that's it. So now, I was just telling my kids this. I'm like, girls, like, after today, I'm off till, I think, the 30th. And then work the 30th and New Year's Eve. Then you get New Year's Day off. And then, then you have a weekend after that. And then it's kind of, it is, like, honestly, it is weird, I must say. Being able to, like, hey, Matt, I need Monday off because, my brother's actually coming back. We were business partners. He moved to Creston. So him and his family are coming in for Christmas. So Monday they have a big to-do at their house. So that's why I need to be off. But it is nice. It is. And it's going to be a lot more relaxing. Because that's the thing that nobody, oh, well, maybe we should get together for this. And it's like, I got like 2 nights, man. And the Christmas morning, I am very stubborn. That's our day with my family, my kids, my wife, in our house. That's what we're doing. And then you get pulled this way or that way. But then a lot of people, well, I'm off till the new year anyways. Well, no, I'm going to work tomorrow.
Right.
That
was always the
I'm
rub.
assuming you had like quotas and stuff.
Quotas?
Like for like Boxing Day. Like you had
goals. You had goals.
Is it a big day? Was it a big day for furniture?
Yeah, it can be. But you're right in the sense that, for retail now, it starts on Black Friday and it don't stop till the new year. I mean, the Bricks of the world have, and I mean, even Sit and Sleep on our show is doing a Boxing Day starts December 14th, right? So as consumers, the allure of Boxing Day has been lost, I must say.
Yeah.
Because it used to be a 1-day sale. And then it just, you get greedy and you want to say, well, why don't we have this? And by the way,
I
it's
would
not
not
a
say
sale.
greedy.
It's not a sale.
It's
I will tell you
competitive.
that.
It's competitive.
It's competitive.
Because there's so many other people
But it's
going
taken, like, the allure of Boxing Day
Yes,
is gone.
totally.
The allure of Black Friday is gone.
Yes.
That one day. And we're trying to change so much for the better, but aren't we making it worse?
Well, it's now just the money.
Yeah,
money.
I will
Everybody
say-
wants more of it.
I learned this with Bath and Body Works, their candle sale. I never heard of their candle sale in my life. This year I learned about their candle sale. $11.99. Used to be a single day. This weekend it was a full weekend though. But it's like they're very specific with it, where they don't price match from other days. It's only what's in store. There's like it's so cool having that day still or that weekend still, because it's those type of sales, which is it's like the price that they had for their candles was ridiculously good. And it was very like, it's a short limited, you got to go. If they ran out of stock, you ran out of stock.
Yeah.
And those type of sales don't happen as much anymore. And they were just always great to like, you had the day to go and get your thing for really cheap, because otherwise you have to wait a year.
I did not know Candle Day existed. Someone sent me a picture that she bought 15 candles on Candle Day, and I'm like, what are you doing?
I bought 7. Well, no, I bought the week prior because I thought the week prior was Candle Day.
Yeah.
But they don't do price match. So I went back and I was like, well, I'd like to return these. And she's like, that's fine. And then I
Then
just
you
rebought.
repurchased.
And then I rebought.
Yeah.
Because their systems, like, that's the weird part for me was, like, even the cashier knew, like, just because the machine can't do it.
Right.
Because of the day. But yeah, I'll return them and rebuy these candles. Like, and I got my savings.
Nice.
But I bought 7. Yes.
Yeah.
They were, because it was an amazing price. You're not finding that price
That's
again
what
for
I was
another year.
told, and I'm like,
And they're
okay.
great smelling candles. I got one going right now as we speak.
I have one last stop to make, and then I'm done. And I'm making it. I'm going to go right after the show.
Which liquor store?
It's not. It's a gift for my wife. It's something she greatly desires. It's not what you're all thinking, you sickos.
I was actually trying to. It wasn't going that way. I was trying to think.
It's.
I know one gift.
I'll tell you.
Rabbits?
I'll tell you off the air.
That's a great gift. Bottle of wine, nice and open.
It is fantastic. It's actually from a food place. Let's just say that.
Let's not start trying to spoil things because
Yeah,
I know
no,
she listens.
She's
to this.
listening.
She does.
Hi, April.
Maybe I'm throwing her off the scent.
I'm done.
And by the way, the
All my
busiest,
kids' stuff done.
the busiest shopping days of the year are today and tomorrow. The Friday and Saturday prior to Christmas.
Is it the Friday and Saturday?
Yes.
It's not like the day before or anything.
No, it's Friday and Saturday before Christmas.
This is a great Christmas for kids.
Massive.
There's like because my dad was a teacher, and obviously we were all students at some point, so I would always pay attention to these type of things. Christmas is quick into Christmas break this year. They're done today. Friday's the 23rd. Then it's Christmas.
but
Then they get Boxing Day and the Thursday or the Friday off, and then they get a whole week off after that.
because it's New Year's. You can't
I
go
know.
back and then come off for New
But
Year's.
sometimes Christmas, like the 24th, will be on like the Friday, and Christmas Day will be on like the Saturday. So you get that week prior to Christmas off, and then you get just a couple days off, and you're back on like the 3rd or so. Like, there's something about Christmas happening early into Christmas break that just feels better.
Yeah, I agree. It's the worst is when Christmas falls on like a Saturday or a
Yes,
Sunday.
because you have to wait that whole week.
You get screwed.
You're off, but like you're getting ready for Christmas and stuff. You want that whole break after Christmas. I'm not gonna lie, I might actually still come here that day.
Christmas Day.
What is wrong
Christmas
with
Eve.
you?
Christmas Eve is my favorite day of the year to work. It always has
He
been.
wants to play Tecmo Bowl.
No, Christmas Eve has always been my favorite. Well, I have to do some things, and I don't know when I'm gonna work it out. But Christmas Eve at the old place was my favorite day to work. I would never book Christmas Eve off. There's no one there. Bailey's is flowing.
Yes, you talked about this before.
And
yes.
listeners are just in a good mood. There's no sports to talk about. You just talk about whatever, and everyone's just in a jolly mood. It is the greatest day of the year to work. I stand by it. When I worked at 1260, I would always want to work Christmas Eve. When that fell on a weekend, I was sad.
You are a sicko.
Hey, Scott McCord agrees with me. Go ask Scotty about this.
He's a sicko too.
That's fine. It's because I don't have to waste a vacation day, and I get basically a vacation day.
But you're at work.
But I'm not working. Like, you're not working hard. And look, we're in radio. Like, what is this work?
Buddy, put a wife and kids
I'm
in your life,
stressed
and
right
that's
now.
going away.
100%.
You're stressed?
Yeah.
Oh, can you tell?
100%.
I can tell.
Thank you.
I love
like-
stress too, don't I?
Yes.
I talk sports for a living. One year, JMO and I talked about the Bahamas Bowl that we were watching the entire time. It was great. And I was drinking Bailey's.
What are you drinking right now?
Bailey's or wine, whatever you want to think, whatever you see me picking up.
Very good. Maddie's having a day.
Oh, yeah.
He's having a day.
I am. This is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada's storage experts, more than 2 decades of helping Canadians through life's transitions. Right now, 75% off 5x10 units. That ends December 25th. Check them out, sentinel.ca.
Love the letter.
Whoa.
Thank you.
You've got that down good.
That is after Dave.
That was
Lyle,
actually
right?
a little tough one. That wasn't one of my best. Cal in the Park, Tom Gazzola, Jay Milne, Matt Iwanyk with you here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports on TuneIn, iHeartRadio, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. Need to do the correction, the reset.
So who are you liking tonight? Indiana or
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame?
I think Notre Dame wins.
I can't see them losing at home.
It's them at home. It's also like Indiana had a good season, but their schedule wasn't hard.
No,
And the
and-
only hard game they had,
They sucked.
they got destroyed by
Yeah.
Ohio State.
Yeah.
This is Curtis Rourke, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then my cool bet hotline of the day today was if you go on cool bet, you could bet build. You could do a Curtis Rourke touchdown and 200 plus passing yards, like plus 110.
I might sprinkle that. I sprinkled yesterday. I won.
Yeah, because you did well in the poker.
Yeah. Well, and I took Dusty out a couple of tournaments ago too.
I just missed the final table. The reason you
know.
guys all came to the final table is I was knocked out, and I got knocked out on what's the last card in poker?
The river.
Is it the river?
Yeah, the river.
Yeah.
So I had 2 pairs. The guy had 1 pair.
Yeah.
He had 3 outs for the river, and he hit, and I got knocked out.
Oh,
So
terrible.
I got some
You
cash.
played
out of it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you
I
hung
got
in
I
there.
finished then, I guess, 9th.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. How far did you go?
I got. You want to talk about getting screwed over? I finished 8th, but oh my god, I was talking with my dad about this the other night. So we're at the final table. I've got a decent stack. I think I was 3rd or 4th lowest. So I was right in the middle at that final table. I get handed ace 10. Flop comes 2 ace 10. I'm like, let's go. And so I start betting to get, weed out the herd a little bit. And one guy, like, he matches, or no, did he? No, anyway. So we get into it, and it's down to like the 2 of us, and I'm just I'm raising every time, and I'm like, I've got this guy, and this is before the turn, and sure enough, turn and river comes, and I'm all in, and this guy had pocket 2s, big blind, and he had trips off the flop, and I had 2 pair, and I'm like, you son of a bitch. I couldn't believe it. I still walked away with a nice portion of money, but whatever. That was bullshit.
It's amazing how fast those happen too.
You're right.
And then you're
in it.
just sitting in front of your computer screen like,
Well, I screamed an expletive that cannot be repeated on here very loudly at my home.
so we got Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame is the consensus.
Notre
pick
Dame,
here.
Indiana tonight, and then 3 games tomorrow. Penn State, SMU, Texas, Clemson.
I think Clemson
and
can upset Texas.
I don't. They're not that good.
I think if there's a game tomorrow, like that would be a real upset.
Texas-
16 Clemson's coming in.
Texas didn't. If you look at their schedule, like that, it wasn't the most difficult. Sorry, Dustin with a Y. They got a favorable SEC schedule, but Clemson wasn't good this year, and the only reason they're there is the ACC is not that good. And they played
but
SMU and they beat
it's one
SMU
game.
and they got in.
It's one game.
Yeah, I'll still take Texas and Steve Sarkisian, and like they got to the final. Well, they were in the playoffs last year, and they almost beat Washington.
I
It was
guess
a
what
tight
I'm
game.
saying is if like,
And then it's Ohio State, Tennessee.
I don't think
The other game.
I don't think SMU will run with Penn State.
No, but I don't
If
believe
there's
Penn
one-
State can go far.
If there's one that is attainable, like that Texas is a 12-point favorite.
That's big.
So I would be on.
I
Clemson.
could see Clemson covering.
Yeah.
I don't see them winning. I think all favorites win. I actually have a parlay on Cool Bet with all 4 favorites winning.
I mean, this is the first time SMU's been relevant in college football since the days of the Pony Express,
Probably since the death penalty.
which
Yeah.
is back in
Yeah.
what, the 80s or something,
Jeez.
or 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm that old. Yeah.
I wasn't saying anything. Don't look at me like
Actually,
that.
honestly, between today and tomorrow, if you just want to go football, you've got Indiana, Notre Dame. We also got a game going on right now. We got 2 games going on right now, or two college games going on today. Ohio, Jackson State. That's in the first. It is the Staff DNA Cure Bowl. Love it.
Who could forget?
Great history and legacy there.
Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl coming up, and we got the first playoff game. But
Sarsaparilla? Oh, Gasparilla. Sorry.
Indiana, Notre Dame today. The 3 other games that we mentioned tomorrow. You got KC, Houston in the NFL tomorrow. You got Baltimore, Pittsburgh in the NFL tomorrow. Like the best NFL games this weekend are happening tomorrow. It's going to be a great day of football. Plus, you got Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, and then you got Oilers Sharks. Like Will and I were talking about just the amount, like of the next 36 hours of what you can go watch. There's a lot of great sports.
And then don't forget all the college basketball in the U.S.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we can also bring
one
in,
does forget. Thank you, Kel, for the reminder.
we could also bring in some Premier League action as Manchester United got Bournemouth at 7:00 on Sunday morning.
They better win that one.
They better win that one. Are you a soccer footy guy?
I've followed Man U since the 70s.
Good man.
I'd say
Good
yes.
Yeah.
Call that a yes.
Okay, I'll call that a yes.
Blew it yesterday a little bit.
Oh,
but-
yeah, saw that.
But I'm not too upset. New manager. We'll see what happens. But this is like, it's a fun time right now. College bowl season continues. World Junior starts on the 26th. Christmas Day is full of NBA, NFL.
What do you think of LeBron's comment about the 3-pointers? I mean, the guy that jacks up the most useless 3-pointers in the NBA is complaining about throwing up too many 3-pointers in a game.
I didn't catch that. I was dialed in the hockey
3
game.
points.
Well, Shaq came out saying that the 3-pointers ruining.
I agree.
What's up, Zach?
Too many damn 3-pointers are being taken. Paul Serve used to be with Basketball Alberta, now runs 3x3. We've had him on the Hangout before. We've talked to him a lot. He doesn't like the new age basketball right now because
I don't like it. I mean, where's the battle down low? Get the ball down to Wes Unseld in the post. Let him fight Bob Lanier for position.
I was thinking the exact same thing, Cal. Thank you. Finally.
There was a Oiler game I was at, start of the NBA season, where Reed and I were talking, and the Celtics set a record for the most 3-pointers made in a game. And Reed and I looked at a couple of games from the 80s and how many 3-points were taken overall. And like one game where we found a lot was like total like 17 threes were taken between the two teams. The Celtics hit 27 threes in a game, and they attempted like 60 something. And another game in the 80s had combined like 17 attempts. It can be fun. Like when the Warriors were the Warriors with, Clay and Steph and Draymond and what they were doing, it was magic to watch. But overall, the rest of basketball...
But they weren't taking 60 threes a game.
Yeah.
They were taking 30, 35, and that's doable because you work the ball in, then you work the ball out to the outside, to the open shot.
And there's something about just going for a hard 2.
Yeah.
Going into the paint and getting a 2. That's why I feel like college basketball is still great because... they go for the 2 points and stuff, and it's back to basketball, the essence of basketball.
Yes.
Now it's just get the ball, shoot the 3.
But college basketball still has true posts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas the pro game and even, what they're trying to teach kids nowadays is this motion offense where nobody has a position that is set. It used to be that you'd have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 being the post, 1 being the point guard. The rest you figure out. That's gone. And the posts, I mean, with a post or a center and a post, a 4 and a 5 that can play a 2-man game, high-low screens, you can work so much movement off of a good post that can move and manipulate the defense. That's gone.
Watching March Madness this year, they hit me watching them do set plays. You don't see that in the NBA as much anymore.
Yeah.
It feels like
Well,
they're designating, doing we're going to go do this on this possession or whatever.
It's just an N1
and it's
competition every time.
Yes.
I got this guy. I'm going to take him one-on-one. I'm going to
Watch
cross over.
your daughter's games. How many threes are taken in your daughter's games?
Well, my
Other
daughter
than
did
2.
hit one the other day.
Oh,
She did?
Yeah.
excellent.
She's in grade 7.
Grace, baby. Yeah. Round of clicks for Grace.
She is. She's playing up. She's on the grade 9 team.
I got to go to the bathroom quickly. I'll be right back.
You are. You must be fighting it.
I've had a lot. Overall.
Yeah, I got lucky. My son got involved in basketball, and I got an opportunity to coach a team that went down to the States.
Nice.
Oh,
And we got loaded up. we were with Swoosh Canada.
Oh,
And
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a nice team. I had a team full of all-stars, but we worked the ball in to work the ball out. The rule was the first 5 possessions have to be layups or 2-pointers. Then we go out and look for the 3 because bring them in, open everybody up because everybody can hit the open shot. Not everyone can hit it with the hand go flying by. And I find a lot of times now you go to a high school game and you're watching balls hit backboards and the other team run down so that they can hit the backboard.
Fast break. Fast break.
But,
And the
but
art of
nothing's going in.
The art of the pick and roll
Is gone.
Is almost extinct. And so my wife helps coach at Ardrossan, and I'm like, bring it back because kids won't even know it. They'll be stunned. They'll be doing, what are you doing getting my way? You can't do it. Well, yeah, it's called a screen, idiot. Get out the way. And then heaven forbid somebody rolls to the hoop and takes an easy give and go. I mean, you remember Stockton and
Malone.
Malone? I mean, they made that look magical. So I think there might be a little bit of a kickback to that.
Swing back the other way.
In basketball, especially I think there's a lot of not older people, but people that are getting back into coaching that are saying, what is going on? This is not basketball. This is just a
Well, the great UNLV team back in the day.
Go Rebs.
Yeah, with Tarkanian coaching, when the three first came out, his idea of a fast break
I'm good.
was,
thanks, Cuba. I'm good. No thanks.
3-0 when they're taking a 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Wow, why are you doing that? Well, because I got an extra point. But if you're going to hit 30% of your threes, that's 9 points.
Right.
If you're going to hit 60% of your twos, that's 12 points. So I'm up 3.
Simple math.
And this is Cal in the Park speaking for those that have joined us late. He stopped in to bring us some Evan Williams fine Kentucky bourbon.
I love a good bourbon.
And
You want the whole bottle today? I mean, you're on a
No,
roll
I'm good
already.
might as well spice it up.
How's your grape juice?
I've had 4 different beers.
You've had some
wine,
grape juice.
Bailey's.
So a shot of bourbon is exactly what you need.
Yeah, fire it up, Matthew. You're sleeping here tonight.
That's what
That'd
happens.
be a good way to sign off the program.
Yeah.
You doing a shot of bourbon?
I've actually got a couple long days coming on the station. Stay tuned.
Christmas Eve.
No, that's a good day.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good Christmas Eve. Although I have I got to figure who I'm gonna get on the hangout that day. Jasmine's in with me. I got morning show, I got hangout, and I got lock shop. Me and
Jeez.
Patty.
On Monday?
Yeah, that's a fun day though. Like it is, because again,
the
people
last
are
day,
off.
yeah.
It's last day. There's just good moods, good vibes.
Yeah.
We could talk like the 23rd is. I can't remember the last time I did the 23rd. It is Festivus. It is truly Festivus.
For the rest
so
of
you
us?
can do full grievances if you want.
Right.
We'll have to do that in the morning.
Beats
I'm
show.
going to have to
Strength.
email mine in.
What would be the top grievance that you have?
Grievance?
Yeah.
I don't have grievances.
Oh. I got mad at the
just be all-
CFL today for that.
Yeah, I
hurt, so
heard
we changed
that.
this program.
Yeah,
I
that
want the
was good.
schedule.
Actually, I'm mad at Rogers Place for the stupid tip applications they have. And I'm mad at anybody that tries to force me to tip when you don't deserve a tip. You can all go to hell.
No one forces you to do anything.
Whoa.
Click no.
Whoa.
Click the no.
You're salty right
I'm
now.
convicted.
Wow.
I take pride. Like I feel bad when I don't tip well.
If
There
I'm
was-
at a restaurant, Maddie,
No, I made a mistake once. I went to a massage, and it was covered by benefits part of it. So afterwards, it came up, and the percent came up, and I just clicked the percent without thinking. And then when I was leaving, I realized, well, I'm only tipping on what I paid. So it's a lower, and I felt bad. I emailed them after. I'm like, hey, like I want to come back, and like I feel bad, like I've tipped too little, and like don't worry, like we didn't think anything of it. But I felt terrible.
well, good for you for following up.
I
very
I
thoughtful
care
of you.
about actually like I don't want to be viewed as a cheap guy.
Oh, too late for that.
Well, in terms of tipping, I'm cheap in everything else.
No, you're just frugal.
It's both.
okay.
It is fully both.
I was giving you an out, but
I
you
could be
didn't
both.
take it.
I could be both. I can be very frugal. I can be very smart with my money, but I also am cheap.
Okay.
Jasmine says, Maddie, we better be having some drinks on Monday.
What do you want, Jasmine?
Well, we do have a massive bottle that Penner's Pancakes brought in.
My
of rum.
goodness.
That
Yeah.
thing is like a weight.
Well, 'cause it's like there are
do
like
bench
for
press with that.
Christmas. One of the things I love eggnog with rum.
You got the rum.
I like those that. Well, that I don't think would work with eggnog.
Yeah, you
you
probably-
want the spiced rum generally, right? So, Jasmine, what do you want? Let me know.
Bourbon?
There's bourbon. There's wine. There's beer.
Bourbon might be good in eggnog.
I think so.
I think so.
I think it would do all right. Just a little cinnamon.
I'm used to doing usually on Christmas Eve because that's like when I celebrate Christmas more. It's more Christmas Eve than Christmas Day. I usually put a little bit of scotch in my coffee, just straight up.
Ugh. Not a Scotch guy.
Yeah.
Wasting,
like scotch.
wasting scotch.
Yeah.
So you
There's-
like scotch?
I
These
like
guys don't
scotch.
They think it's just
No, he
not-
likes
it's
scotch,
disgusting.
too.
I like scotch too. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
The peatier, the better.
I don't even know. I
Did you
don't
get
know
into
the
any of the
levels
15
of
that
it.
we had?
I just like it on the rocks and it warms me up. And
Did you
I'm
have any of
like,
the
"Ooh,
15 we
I
had
have
from a couple
not
weeks
had
ago?
anything. No.
Well, it was all drank that day.
No, I didn't have any
Gager's been
scotch.
tackling that.
No,
Joaquin-
that one. No, there was a 15-year-old I opened. On
On the
that
No,
Eric,
I didn't have
Jasmine,
any.
myself, and Gager were the only ones I think that. Oh, and Victor downstairs touched it.
Oh, Victor came by.
he was at the engineers thing.
I did not see him.
I poured him that drink. He's very nice.
I know Victor's nice.
He wants to come have a banya.
I would like to enjoy a banya.
Jasmine's saying Scotch is great. I'm not bringing in Scotch. You think I'm that rich or something? We got a lot of people coming up here. Who's
Company
coming
credit
in?
card.
Oh, there's.
I don't know if I can
Reed.
expense that one. I don't know if I can expense that one. Reed Wilkins is in the house.
Don't point at me like
He's
that.
pointing at us. It's one of those days here at EST.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Do we have anything else? I got to get to Road Warriors, which is brought to you by AccuSteel Heavy Haul Trailers, custom manufacturing of heavy haul trailers for mining, oil, and gas equipment, highway transportation, quality, innovation, integrity. They're trusted by the leaders in the heavy transport industry. That was bad.
Whoa.
Get on the road with peace of mind for your large loads.
That was aggressive.
AccuSteel.ca.
Oh wow.
We kind of
I
gone
think you
through a
gotta go
little bit.
like overhand. So just you're doing the sideways. Do the
No, I'm better at sideways.
Are you?
Yeah. I've was it yesterday or a couple days ago? Like I was right on the camera with it. It was very nice. As we mentioned today, we do got Indiana, Notre Dame in college football. Why that's a big deal for some
Somebody helped you?
is that it's Canadian. Curtis Rourke in the playoffs. In the NHL, what do we have in the NHL today? A few games. Most notably, the Sabres home to the Maple Leafs. If you want to watch chaos, you're cheering for the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight.
Well, Rasmus Dahlin is back in the lineup tonight. That's going to make a huge difference for Buffalo. But this will be a home game for the Leafs. In Buffalo.
Yes, Chris Johnson was mentioning that on the morning show today. I will say this. For Oiler fan, this is great either way. If the Sabres lose, you're watching a little chaos and seeing what's happening. Who doesn't like watching chaos when it's not your team?
Good
Flip
point.
side, if you're the Toronto Maple Leafs, you lose to the Buffalo Sabres who lost 11 in a row. How great would that be?
I'd love it.
You and me both.
Yeah.
Good way to mock the Toronto Maple Leafs. You lost to the Sabres?
Yeah, bums.
They've lost 11 straight and you lost to them?
And then the Oilers are going to go lose to the Senators.
They will.
Hey,
We'll
is
see.
the New York Jets owner related to the Buffalo Sabres general manager? Because they both seem to have the same.
Woody Johnson?
Yeah, they could both seem to have the same idea on how to pick players.
Why, you don't like vetoing trades based on Madden ratings?
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Have you guys seen that?
Is that actually...
That's what it's out there.
The Athletic article, I haven't read the full article, but they went, seems like in a deep dive into the Jets this year type thing. And it was Woody Johnson stopped a trade for Jerry Jeudy because he didn't like his rating on Madden.
Oh boy.
And then I thought I read somewhere else where one of the managers or coaches said, I report to a teenager. So basically,
What?
he's reporting to one of the sons. Because the sons sit in on the meetings.
That's not uncommon, by the way.
It's so then the other story that came out was after their interim coach won his first game, Aaron Rodgers came into the locker room, was very energized, and Rodgers was ready to present the game ball to the interim head coach. Again, forgot his name because that's the custom of football.
Yeah.
Right. First win, here's your game ball. And before Aaron Rodgers could say anything, Woody Johnson's son grabbed the football and gave it to Garrett Wilson, who had an amazing catch in that game.
Is that the jump man catch?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he thought, oh, what a great catch. You deserve this or something. And I guess the energy in the room just deflated because then like they gave the ball to the coach, but it wasn't like his first, like it was the secondary one after that.
You got to hit on those moments, man.
And the son completely ruined it all
Yeah.
because he just loved this catch and he had to jump in and like, look, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan.
Yeah.
Not going to, but let the guy do his thing. He's the
Please.
quarterback of the team.
Yes.
Let him speak first and give the ball to the coach. If you want to give a second ball after, go for it.
Sure. Not some dorky owner's son or whatever.
Yeah. It's full
That's
dysfunction.
That's like, I love the Cardinals, and I fully recognize that they have a million problems, although they've had a better season. But I always get annoyed when I see Michael Bidwell Jr. get involved. He's the owner. And I'm just like, don't, man. You're such a nerd. Just leave it alone. Stay out of it. And he can't help himself. He needs to be part of it. And it's very annoying. So that is a total buzzkill. And that's a good way to basically put out a fire or something good by just peeing all over it.
It's funny, you know, as soon as Hernan arrived, now I hear the arcade machine going.
Weird, right?
Weird, huh? He's addicted. He's got problems.
Yeah,
needs to have an
I'm
intervention.
disappointed in her now because he's not playing Tecmo.
He's
Playing
afraid of you.
Galaga right now.
I beat him yesterday.
I know, he's afraid of you. I'm not even going to get involved with Tecmo. That's you guys. I'm here for the track and field, super off-road.
You guys
and
should want to get
Excite
involved.
Bike.
It's
No.
like
No, it's too serious.
Yeah.
You
It
guys,
is
you guys don't make
serious,
it fun.
but once it is fun.
It's serious and non-inclusive.
It's completely inclusive. We let anyone play at the other place. I would play anyone at any time
Yeah, I know, but you turn into a very different Matthew.
because I'm the champ.
See, there it is. See?
There he is.
I'm the champ.
See how fast that
Come
switch
get
flipped?
it.
did.
Come get it. Well, you don't want me to be this. Beat me.
I don't
Get better.
Have some more grape juice.
Yeah, I don't care.
You should. You have no idea how much fun that game is.
I don't,
When we
yeah.
get to when we were at our best, we had such a great time. From 10 until noon every single day, that machine was ours to play Tecmo. And we had a great time with it. We came in after hours to do our playoffs.
They did.
We ordered pizza.
They really did.
And we just played our playoffs. And we had a wonderful time. Hernan was working with the Elks, and we had another playoffs. He came back to do that one year.
So from 6 to 8 now, Monday through Friday, we have the Tecmo Bowl League on.
Don't give them.
I got to think about why the time.
Cal,
how
don't give them money.
Dusty could
I'll
do
say
the
this.
play-by-play.
During the
He
hangout.
might. He might.
During the hangout, I am sure most days now there will be a Dusty Hernan Tecmo match happening. I wouldn't be shocked if Yukon Jack starts making more appearances here.
I wouldn't mind that at all. To be
Me
honest
neither.
with you, I love having him.
It's a fun league. Once you it's going to take a couple of games for people to learn the game as well as we know it. We know it at a different level. Like I could be a lower team, you could be a good team, and I'm going to beat you right now. That doesn't mean that you're not going to beat me eventually. Like give it 10 games, you'll be there.
Okay.
You just need to play and you need to learn it
Okay.
and study it.
I'm good.
Okay, then fine. I'm just going to keep being the champ because Dusty and Hernan have nothing on me.
You are
And you've
spicy.
nothing.
Wow.
You've nothing. In that league, I'm fine. Actually, one of my favorite parts of that league was every so often I would throw it into a sportscast.
Oh,
Not even surprised. And
I would go into
vaguely remember
Dave
that.
Jameson shows. Like I would go and be like, the Hampton Goats defeated the Sherwood Park. What the heck was Yukon's name?
I thought you cared about this league.
Well, it's the Hernan was the Chilean Seabass. I was the Northside Grind. Dusty was the Hampton Goats. He was the Sherwood Park Elite. So I'd be like, Dusty and the Detroit Lions, Hampton Goats defeated Yukon Jacks, Sherwood Park Elite, who were the New York and I would throw that in my sportscast.
Yeah, you would.
It was great. And Dave loved it.
Of course you would.
Speaking of Dave Jameson, I will be doing the morning show with him on December 30th and 31st.
Oh,
Awesome.
He'll be doing the morning show with Lieutenant Eric on the 2nd and the 3rd.
J-Mo.
wow. Fun.
Good to have him back.
Oh, wow. That's great. That made my day. Love that guy.
Yeah, your wine opener made my day. So thank you.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
I enjoyed it.
It just caused a little spill, but nothing that you can't clean up. You really got to,
Yeah, I learned that.
yeah.
That's all
But it
good.
does make a difference. It does, aerate the
Well,
wine
and
as it's coming through.
it pours slower,
Yeah.
clearly because
Good
it's
wine.
doing its thing.
Yeah, just sucking it through.
Cal, thanks for coming in. Thanks for jumping on the hangout. I don't know if you expected that you'd be here for like an hour with us,
Well,
but you're here.
you know what? I was hoping.
Perfect.
I
I'm
was
glad.
hoping. I've
Very
talked to
good.
Tommy about coming.
I'm
out.
glad.
There you go. We got Cal in.
I have challenged Dusty to a LeBron versus Jordan debate but I haven't.
he's scared of
I
you.
haven't
Snap.
received. I haven't received that invitation yet.
Oh, Dusty's scared.
Dusty's getting called out on the
Dusty
hangout.
is scared to do a LeBron MJ debate with Cal in the park. That's what I heard today.
Noted.
That's what I heard as well.
Also, sub to the YouTube channel so Dusty has to eat that pickled herring.
Let's go.
Let's do this. We need to get to 11,000 subs by Christmas Day. That's all. Like, so just please
we'll
click
get
that
there.
sub.
Cal, thanks for the Nanaimo bars and the bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
You're
won't last.
quite welcome. Thank you for helping my wife. It was.
Our pleasure.
I was.
You must, the Gager was the brains behind that
He was.
one.
He was very good.
Hernan did a wonderful recap of it from what I was
Yeah.
from what she said when she heard Hernan's description of it and how Gage took control and
Yeah,
said,
put it in neutral and we just started rocking
Rocked
that
it.
thing.
By the way, the official drink of the EST Hangout, it is the Finnish long drink. Legend of 1952, a drink unlike any other sparkling refreshment, real liquor, longdrink.com/Canada. You can go to OEG as well. Go to Rogers Place and you can get them. Cal, it's great having you in here. Tommy, you're back on the oil stream.
With Reed.
And then two
with
pregame
Reed.
shows
Nice.
this weekend. Hello Hockey tomorrow.
Yes, live on location at local Jazz Brav. Come down, say hi, especially
Great
if you got
brunch.
some time off. And then also we'll have Ryan Holt on from the Bakersfield
Awesome.
Condors today on Oil Stream.
Can I plug the Reed Wilkins show? You are not going to want to miss today's show. It's our
You
last
watch.
show. It's a Christmas special for Reed and Jay. Reed's going to be back in on Monday. I won't. We have Sherwood Park native and NFL superstar Chuba Hubbard.
Nice.
on our
1,000-yard
show
rusher.
today. 1,000-yard rusher, second Canadian ever to do it. And friend of EST, Luke Gazdick will join as well.
Excellent.
Nice.
Do you know?
I forget
Ruben
the name.
Mays.
Ruben Mays.
Okay.
There you go.
And that will
Do
wrap
not
up.
miss it. 3 to 6.
That will wrap up the EST Hangout. Up next, it will be the Lock Shop. Huss and Pat, I believe, are on today. Oil Stream with Reed and Tommy. We got
Yeah.
EST Afternoons with Hernan and Gager. And then the Reed Wilkins Show with Reed and Jay, as Jay just mentioned. Chuba Hubbard and Luke Gazdick. Tomorrow, Hello Hockey at 10. GCLT's Oil Stream pregame show at 1. GCLT's Oil Stream pregame show.
Busy day for you.
5 o'clock on Sunday. Thanks for tuning in to the Hangout here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Like I said, Lock Shop coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First time guest, long time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with here. Joining us today,